What is up, people of YouTube? How we doing? We got Sugar Kitty with us, Hanging AZ, Dimetron. I'm sure there's probably other people that haven't said anything yet, but thank you guys for coming out. Appreciate it so much. And of course, most importantly, we got Charles from Fun with Whiskey with us, and B back again. Appreciate these guys. All right, Commandante Lou over here as well. So, as the thumbnail suggests, we are going to be comparing the Logic barrel proofs from last year, and also, thanks to Charles, we got this sample of C920. We're going to throw that in there as well and see how that fares against all the other Logic Craigs. And I actually have a fresh crack here of a B521. We'll see if that makes any difference. But so Charles, first we'll get to you. How are you guys doing? What have you been up to? What do you got coming for us in the near future? Take it away.
Okay, well, I'm doing great. B is doing great. I've been doing a lot of drinking. Seriously, well, not a lot of drinking, but I've been doing a lot of drinking, and we have some exciting reviews of things that are coming up in the near future, and other conversations that'll probably make you laugh and get pissed off at me at the same time.
Absolutely. No, I caught the was it the Brothers Bond? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
The one.
Oh,
the one that was
the
terrible.
Vampire Diaries. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. My favorite line for that one is like, whoever made this should be ashamed. Like, you got no respect for yourself making this. I can make such a terrible product and put that out on the market. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh yeah, there's some of those out there. Woodinville's in that category for me. That's that one. I'm like, man, how could you release this? This is awful.
Yeah, some things perplex. I just find a lot of things weird, and I don't know.
AZ says Charles still has dust face from Brothers Bond.
Yeah, he brought back like trauma. Like it's like, hey, I could just. Yeah, I'm really just. It's like, ugh. Like, could I really?
Got the PTSD from that Brothers Bond bottle.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking about we only have one Elijah Craig, the newest one. So what we're going to do to match up with you, we're going to blind taste Larceny barrel proof, Jack Daniel's single barrel. We got the Burroughs New Year, the recent release, and of course the Elijah Craig C921, and we're going to go head to head and see which one I can taste and guess which one is the best. I'm really quite interested in that. I'm pretty sure these are so distinctive. I wish I had like all Elijah Craigs to go with you, because then it would be like hard to pick which one. But I think everything that's barrels has a distinctive taste. The Jack Daniels has a distinctive taste. Elijah Craig got a distinctive taste. And if I don't know those by drinking them, I really suck. And I probably suck anyway. Watch.
Well, I mean, I haven't had the barrel, but the others are certainly very different from one another.
Yeah. But if you had anything from barrels, if they kind of all have a barrel's taste.
Yeah.
B is doing good. I don't know what I'm getting. I'm not even.
Yeah, I'm a professional bartender over there.
Man.
More for myself. So, folks. So, Glass A will be A121. Easy enough. Glass B, you can probably guess it. B521. Now, this, just to mix it up, because I have a almost empty B521. Find the camera. And then we have a full, haven't even opened yet, B521. Okay. I'm going to throw them both in there just for fun. Make sure I got Glass B here.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not really. I was going to put 1, 2, 3, 4 down there, but I don't know. So I'm glad I ain't looking no more. Okay, I'm closed.
Chad, what are we drinking tonight, folks? How we doing? How's everybody doing? We got the regulars with us. Oh, Sugar Kitty, are you still a mod, or do I have to do that every week? I don't know how that works exactly. If you're not, and anyone else has a desire to be a mod, let me know. I'll have to hop over on the YouTubes and do that.
I want to ask a chat a question because I'm always curious for people. What whiskey or bourbon have you had that most people haven't heard of that is good that you want to say, hey, have you tried this? Because I want to hear about something I've never heard of that I'm sleeping on. Like always talk about, like I went to Total Wine today and, got a bottle of Frey Ranch, but I'm like, I wanted to get another one. And I think a lot of people are sleeping on it. They've never had it. So I say, have you ever tried Frey Ranch? If you haven't, you need to. That's what I think. So I want somebody to throw something out there that I've never heard of just to see. You know what I mean? What do you guys heard of that I haven't heard of that's worth researching for?
I still haven't even seen Frey Ranch out here. It's kind of irritating me because you guys are always talking about it, but I've yet to even see a single one.
I can get, man, sometimes I got to be narrow just to go in the store and not look because I'll go out broke. I think like you just buy, like, okay, today I bought an Evan Williams and another Seagrass. Like I bought 1, 2, 3, 4 bottles, and I spent like $337. I wasn't even thinking about it. I wasn't even thinking about it. That's how fast it went. It was just, quick. Yeah, like man. And I didn't come up with a whole cornucopia of stuff. It was, the best deal with the Evan Williams bottled and bond. That big old bottle was $30. I said, man, this is great. Let me just get this, have it on deck. Somebody would come over. Come on, man. Let me give you something that's not too expensive that tastes great. You like it,
Yeah, for sure, man. So like Frey Ranch is one that I really am after. I would love, not that it's really under the radar by any means, but I would love to have a bottle of E.H. Taylor barrel proof. Like I've had it at a bar twice, and that's one of my all-time favorites, but impossible to find at like any kind of price that makes any sense. But yeah, so see here. Hey, Charles, I got the Scotch samples you sent. Awesome. Cool. Can you tell me what they are? One is a darker color than the other.
The dark is McCullen 18. The light is the Blue Label.
Uh-huh.
Have you tried them yet?
Well, while he is answering, I'm going to pan down the camera here. All right, folks. So we got A, which is A121, B, which is B120, B521. We got C, which is C921. This is the fresh cracked, cup D is the fresh cracked B521. And then this is Charles' sample of C920. So let me go ahead and get these spun up here. Get them. Why is it making that sound? Oh, easy now. Easy.
We straight paint the wall.
That's pretty dope. You get a little turntable.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, and then I'm going to mix them up, do some of this action here. Okay, and then just keep spinning. All right, I think we're sufficiently spun up here. So in the chat, if you guys have had any of these or multiples, which ones were your favorite? Okay, he says saving them for tonight. All right, well now we get to see live reactions from other Sean. I still have not cracked open my Johnny Blue, but the day's coming. Charles going to hit 50 anytime now, and then we're going to celebrate.
Okie dokie. You guys can help us. Tell your friends to sub, and then we get to 250, so we can get him to we just have a whole show of great something.
There we go. Templar Fidela says, newest I've tried is Puncher's Chance. Okay, what'd you think of that? I have the Puncher's Chance barrel proof downstairs. Like it quite a bit.
Puncher's Chance. You heard of that? Puncher's Chance? I haven't heard of it.
I was hoping that Woods would be on tonight. I guess he's still not going to be with us, but I wanted to thank him. I did last week, but I don't know if he even caught it. But so he was my first official Patreon. My second is the man that's beside me here. So thank you, Charles, again. But anyway, we'll get into this whiskey war here thing. So you guys got all yours poured. You ready to go?
Yeah, I don't know what is what, and I don't know what the number is what. I'm just going to dive in and drink and remember put them with order I like the best. We'll figure it out.
Fair enough. All right, so glass one, whatever this may be. Here we go.
Last one.
First sip.
Okay, I'm going in. Pretty sure I know what it is, but it sure tastes great. It sure tastes great. All right. If I don't know what this is, I'm wrong. That's gonna be funny if I'm wrong on this. I know what this is.
Are you ready to venture a guess already?
Yes. I'll take one. See what I think this is.
Go ahead.
This right here is Elijah Craig. This is Elijah Craig. That's what I'm gonna say. Right here.
Okay. I'm
pretty certain. And I never even had it, but I think it has a taste that they all taste like, and I know when I tasted how great it tasted. Because I'm pretty sure I'm good at it. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
I'm also going to guess that mine is also Elijah Craig.
That was so good. It was so good.
This one
it was so good. And that was the 921. My gosh. Woo!
This one is super hot.
That was super good. You on the number 2?
But yeah, I'm just kind of thinking about it. I think this is your sample because this one is hotter than I remember any of them being. And it's really fruity.
Yeah, this one, yeah, it's hitting you, it's punching your face.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's fruity too. I go with that. A little bit of tangerine. If you know what I mean. All right, I'm ready for number. You ready for number 2?
Hey, to drink whiskey for the country living. Yes, I'm telling you. Not that I'm making big money by any means, but I mean, I really do, honestly, guys. Being serious for a moment, I really do appreciate Charles and Woods both. I mean, the fact that you guys think that my stupidity is worth sending any money my way, that's awesome.
Friends do, man. We look out for friends, so it's all good.
Now, let me get a palate rinse here, and
I'm like a starting line ready to go.
All right, let's go. Glass two.
All right, okay. Okay, here we go.
This one I think I recognize.
That's another beautiful one. I know this one. This is beautiful. Woo! Sorry. Yeah. This. We're gonna take a second. Oh, this is the Jack Daniels. This is the Jack Daniels. No effing. Fantastic. My God, they hidden. This is Jack Daniels. This is Jack.
That's one that, like, I think you could pick Jack out of a lineup from anything. I mean, it's like such a specific profile that they go after. Yeah. So how would you describe it? I'm curious if you describe it the same way I do.
Fantastic.
Well, I mean, like, what notes though? Like, as far as notes go, what do you think about when you?
I can't. Truthfully, I had to take another sip. I don't want to because it's like meaty juicy. That's what it's like. Oh my God, it's like this burst full of intensity. That's fantastic. Like F it. Let's go for it. I'll try to see if I can pick out. I suck at this.
Yeah, I think you might be right, AZ, on Puncher's Chance. Like, it is a really cool bottle, and the bourbon it's okay. I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's just okay.
It's like just a fruit melody of everything delicious that should exist. That's what I get. You can always get the basic bourbon notes of caramel and wood, but it's something more fruity to it. Something more like you bite into a ribeye steak and it just all the flavors come in. That's what it's like. It's like I could see what I understand people are opposed to steak sauce, but if steak sauce tasted like this, I would pour it on my meat. That's what sure. So yeah, I'm gonna sit and think about it because it's like just a fruit melody. It's like it's so flavorful, and it's like a perfect balance. It has a little bit of tingle to it, but it's like good. It's like, my gosh, I don't know how to explain it other than that. It's like
it feels good,
orgasmic. Yes, yeah. It's scary. I'm gonna go with that. I don't know. I could be totally wrong, but so this.
All right, so I haven't said mine out loud yet, but I think the first one, glass one, is your sample. I didn't mention that. I think my second glass is C9 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe so far from the little bit of sipping I've been doing, I think glass 3 is the A121.
You already drank glass 3? You went the third one already?
Yeah.
Well, let me go to my third one.
Tonight, Charles. I don't know what to say.
Okay, let me get my third one. Okay.
Why do you sip on that? Yeah, I would say it's worth a try at the price. Yeah. If you guys can find the barrel proof, now of course that's if you're into the barrel proof. I thought the barrel proof was decent. I got it for like so
probably larceny.
Barrel proof can't complain a whole lot.
The third one I think is larceny.
B521 is that?
Yeah, that's the larceny is B521. I think. Yeah, I think that's larceny.
AZ says, "Good to see Charles happy again." Yes, no more of that brothers bond bullcrap.
I even forgot the name, man. Trust me, dude. Avoid it at all costs. Avoid it like the plague. I really, yeah, that's sad, dude. That like, why would you even do that? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, why? It makes me want to cry, man. I'm serious. You think I'm joking? I'm almost like sharing a tear. Like, really? You really ain't gonna tell people to drink this? It's like, man, that's messed up, man. I feel like taking revenge on them. I'm joking, but my eyes are really watering thinking about it, man. Like, that's messed up, man. Why you even do that to us? I might just start crying. I'm thinking about it. I'm telling you. Let me start thinking about something happy. I'm joking, but I'm serious.
You know a bottle's bad when it makes you depressed.
Yeah, man, it's not even cool. It makes you sad, dude. Sad. Like, it makes me want to cry. I'm wiping my eye. You think I'm joking about it? Yeah. All right. Let's get back to the happiness.
There you go. Yeah. Bottle killing some Evan Williams 1783. That's a good budget sipper, man. I think I might do a video here soon of like best budget Heaven Hill bottles. So, you know, you got the Heaven Hill Green Label, which I know that's a Kentucky only release, but it's pretty popular.
Number 4.
Then the Evan Williams lineup.
It's got to be barrels. I haven't had it yet.
Okay, glass 4. All right, let's
do it for us.
Okay, well, I'm on glass 5, so that works out.
I could be mistaken. Like, I could really be mistaken.
Me too.
I could really be mistaken.
So I forget which one I said I thought was A121, but that's A121.
I'm gonna go back through them. I could be mistaken. I know the first one is Light Crepe, I no doubt. And the larceny. I'm thinking of one larceny. See, I could get confused. Okay, if this ain't Jack Daniels, I'd be really. I'm messed up with these 3 because if this is larceny, and if it's larceny barrels, these taste extremely similar. So I'm confused on them. And I know this one for certain is Jack Daniels. This one I thought, this is a Elijah Craig, Jack Daniels. I said larceny, and I said the barrels that I've never had. I don't even know what the barrels taste like, but this is the first barrels I've had that don't taste like for certain that there's barrels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so normally the barrels blend tastes so good that I would like, but I don't know, man. I'm confused. We had sipped on Jack Daniels the other day, so I should know the Jack Daniels.
Can't tell.
Yeah, like I thought it was it was so great tasting, but I guess I didn't live with it long enough. And I was just drinking it. It was good, but I wasn't really trying to. I think I would know it. So I said this has got to be it, and this got to be either this is barrels or these 2. I got to stick with these 2, like I know them, and I'm gonna think this is a barrels or larceny and barrels, because that's hold on.
So what I always get on the Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof, to me, at least the 2 bottles I've had, is to me it's always like grape, peanut butter, and jelly. So like you got the peanut butter flavor in there, and you also got that strong sweet grape note.
So like I said, I think this is Jack Daniels. I think that's Jack Daniels. Hold on, I'm going back through them. Or that could be barrels. I could be mistaken. You know,
Empire whiskey.
I could be totally mistaken. I don't even know anymore. Yeah. Only one I'm for certain now is this is Elijah Craig. Hold on.
Also broke open my rare breed. Absolutely love it. And now it's rare in Ohio.
I could really be mistaken. I could really be mistaken on all this. I think I know, and I could totally be messed up. So they're all kind of similar. What do you think, B?
So now you're second guessing, huh?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Elijah Craig. Maybe that's the first one I had. I'm gonna go back. Go ahead.
This is just me, Charles and B, but I've found that usually your first take is right because as your palate gets burnt out with barrel proofs, it gets less sensitive, at least for me. And so usually when I go back round 2, then I start screwing myself up.
Yeah, I'm already screwed up, but I'm gonna go back and get it taste good.
So Templar Fidela says, had my first Elijah Craig barrel proof the other night at a high-end restaurant. Did not get the number though, but loved it. Well, that's awesome, man. Elijah Craig barrel proof is always an experience. So
I don't know. I'm totally confused. I give up. I don't know what none of these are no more.
I do.
Good whiskey. All of them are good whiskey. There's no losing.
Yeah, hold on.
You're enjoying them.
I am, and I'm probably totally off.
I'm going to go back through the other way. So starting with glass 5 here.
Right at this time, this one is probably my favorite. They're all like so close. That I'm drinking them all. They're all so close. They're all so effing great. Like I'm really surprised that they all taste so similar now. The first time they were like, first one, I knew this was Elijah Craig. The second time, I thought, okay, this is Jack Daniels. Then I got to hear, I was like, this is larceny. Then I said, this got to be barrels. But then when I go back through it, I can't really even tell the difference now. Like, really? Excuse me. Man.
So AZ saying, I need to try some barrel proofs. Not a huge fan of regular Elijah. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I'm not either. What about you, Charles? Are you a fan of a regular Elijah Craig?
Not at all. This got to be barrels. This is barrels. I'm sticking with this. I'm going to stick with this. That got to be barrels. It has the most barrels taste.
Well, I'm sticking with glass 5. Let me get in the camera here. Glass 5, pretty sure is A121. Now let's see about going back on glass 4 here.
Larceny.
It's really fruity.
Fruit forward. I think this is larceny. I'm not sure. I think it's larceny. I think it is. I'm getting confused. I'm going through it, man. This is excellent. I'm happy now. Hold on. Gotta be the Jack.
Restaurant Happy 23 for $300 a pour.
Gotta be the Jack.
Woo!
Man.
Yeah, there's no way.
$300 pour.
Yeah,
I am poor. I can't give you $300.
There is no way.
You heard I said I am poor. I can't give you $300. They said $300 for a pour. I'm like, well, I'm poor. You know what I'm saying?
I'm poor.
I'm poor. Give me some.
You got any samples? You got any free samples you giving out?
Man, $300.
That's what I'm about.
Man, I'm messed up.
There's no way I'm pulling the trigger on a $300 pour. I don't care what it is.
Yeah. I have a problem paying $300 for a bottle. So
yeah, exactly.
Man,
that better be a 2-ounce neat pour for $300.
I need to walk out with my pants wet and a big old brown stain because it's on the back because it tastes so good. Like I just lose all control of all my faculties for $300, boy.
That doesn't even sound like a good time.
Well, it'd be so great that I just lost all control. You know what I'm saying? Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like this. Woo, oh my gosh! Like when you laugh so hard, you heard that saying, I almost pooped. You know? I'm sorry.
Hey, I got you. Yeah. So Diamondtron over here killing off bottles. Some mellow corn, some Chattanooga 111, and
mellow corn. I was yellow corn. I know it's mellow corn.
I like mellow corn. I guess, yeah, Carlisle. We'll go with that. That seems close enough.
At a restaurant. The McCullen 18 for a glass of McCullen 18 is $55.
What? A glass of McCullen 18 is $55. I'm gonna just be quiet.
The 25 year is $150.
Dude, you can. I'm just saying, making a joke. We can do a Patreon pitch now. Hey, you can join our Patreon and get a bottle for less than that. How about give us $5? Just be my friend and say, Charles, get a video, and I'll give you some $18.
Yeah, so like my Patreon, you get. Which I'm about to up it, I think. But anyway, I'm about to change stuff around. But I mean, you can get free samples a lot cheaper than that. Like these restaurants are making a killing on those pours.
I went to Total Wine and More. I forgot what the dude started talking to me. So he started talking about whiskey. And he was like, yeah, you heard about this George Dickel right here? It was a collaboration. I was like, no, I'm cool on the Dickel. In my brain, I said, well, I wonder if I had a sample and it tastes good, I probably would have bought it. But I'm not.
A sample?
Well, they didn't offer one. He didn't seem like he was like, yeah, you can try a sample. So, but I'm not gonna spend money on something and then I'm disappointed. You know what I mean? It has happened. You know, so
yes, it has.
Yes, and it will. So I'm really careful with that, man. I'm not big. Like I'm gonna get every Elijah Craig barrel proof they put out. I probably got a larceny barrel proofs. I'm really big on barrels now. Like I don't ever feel disappointed. Like every drink we've had right now, all of these, I'm really, really extremely happy. I mean, yeah.
Sorry, folks, I'm way behind on chat here. Evening, Charles from London, UK. Hey, thanks for joining us, buddy. Appreciate that. Also, AZ, I did see your comment. I want that dang larceny Sean's always talking about. Well, okay, so guys, a few things I wanted to mention while I got some of the regulars here. So a couple things I wanted to put out to the group. So if we can get, well, not if, when we get, we're going to put it this way, when we get to 15 Patreons, I'm going to do like, I'm going to put all your names, all the patrons' names on the wheel, like a random wheel, and whoever wins it is getting 3 free samples from me. Also, to get samples, as we were just talking about, that is on our Patreon as well, if you want to get it that way. But then another thing I'm going to be doing is when we do the bracket thing in March of the best bottle under $40, just like in March Madness, how guys like bet on who the Final Four are going to be, we're going to do the same thing. So whoever the person is that gets all 4 or closest to getting all 4 of the Final Four correct, you will get free samples. Now, if we have multiples, we'll have to do like a tiebreaker thing. So there you go, guys. So those are some ways to get some samples from myself. So, Charles, if you want to add to that, you guys got anything you want to do?
We got to hook up our Patreon. I haven't really set it up correctly, and
we have some, conversations and whiskeys that went off the rails.
Oh yes,
with some guests, and that will be behind
the Patreon wall. You know.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sounds good. I got a little thing I'm gonna throw up on Patreon of my dog interrupting recording. He's like playing with his ball, and I have to escort him out of the room.
Sorry to say, like I don't know how people think, but I'm a human being. I have potty mouth sometimes. On the Patreon, I'm gonna let go a little bit more loose. But in general, you'll never really hear that on the regular streams because my brain always goes left, and Brian just goes more left than I ever do. He goes left and around the world.
Exactly that, Sugar Kitty. Yeah, not a big fan of Elijah Craig small batch either, but the Elijah Craig barrel proof is a completely different animal. Absolutely, like to me. Like the flavor profile is not at all the same because like what I get on Elijah Craig small batch that I don't like is way too much of like tannic and sour wood notes that I don't care for. But the barrel proofs are totally different.
It's nothing special about the Elijah Craig regular one. It's like it's generic. It's like at least it ain't like the Brothers Bond. It's not horrible. It's not like ew, but it's like okay. Yeah. And I need something just a little bit of different.
Why you bring Brothers Bond up again?
Well, now I could bring up how stuff.
I'd rather drink Elijah Craig than.
Yeah, I would too. Like if somebody gave me some Elijah Craig, the regular Elijah Craig or Elijah Craig rye, I'm not gonna be like mad. I'm like, thanks. It's cool. It's conversation, but it's not like I'm gonna go out and buy a bottle. It's not. I would rather buy Evan Williams. If you're gonna make something that's cheap, at least make it decent. Like the bottle and bond is so incredibly good for the price. I'm just smitten. Like, why would I not always keep at least 2 or 3 of these? So when somebody comes through and want to drink, I can pour them some and not feel bad. Like a friend of mine came through last night, and I poured him the Maker's Mark, whatever limited edition one, and I poured him some Uncle Nearest, and like, of course, he liked the Maker's Mark. But I said, I wish I would have had Evan Williams bottle and bond, so then he wouldn't be. He'd ask me for the limited edition, whatever it was. So yeah, because it's so good that you don't really mind. Drink to your heart's content. $30, drink up, and it's great. think Four Roses is pretty decent too for a cheap price. Really.
Which one?
John got that with the Coopers one you did. Was the Coopers you just did? I'm gonna look for that. He said it was really, really good. I'm gonna try to find that. Yeah, I didn't see it.
So if you guys like Brown-Forman products, so the Old Forester line, Woodford Reserve, if you guys like those, then I think you would like the Cooper's Crab. I think it's excellent.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on the lookout. Like sometimes I'm going in and I'm looking, and then I didn't even look for like Brew Run. I didn't even think about it. I don't know why I didn't even think about it. Yeah, but I'm gonna go next time I go to Corked or to Total Wine or anywhere. Hopefully they'll have it. But I'd rather go to the moms and pops than go to the big because
me too.
Well, now Corked is like that.
Right.
I think remember it was one guy. I think it was one guy who was owning both of them, right? I think he sold them to two different people. And now
Corked is better than Stearns now.
I think Stearns is better.
Still?
Yeah.
I gotta go down there. But they're still Corked, but it's Corked Stearns.
Yeah, they sold them to two different people. So people have been going to like, hey, you have this one over here, you should have it over here. And they're like, no, we're two different.
Yeah, I get it.
Well, folks, you see me sipping away here. I'm trying to get my placing right. So real quick, Charles, why don't you do your placing? Because I think you've got it figured out already.
Okay, I'm gonna say to me at this time, this was my number one.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. I gotta look at the bottom, right?
No, yeah, look.
Well,
can you see? I could. You may not be able to read it like I can because I didn't find.
Well, what is it?
Also, going back to our free samples at the bar conversation, Sugar Kitty says samples. Dickle.
Can you read that one?
Charles,
right.
Otherwise he'd be laughing.
Yeah, I can't read what it is. This is larceny. Wow, I'm telling you that. It was larceny.
That's my whiskey of the year.
Yeah, I was totally off. It tasted the best. It did.
That's a killer bottle,
that's crazy. All right.
I think that larceny surprised a lot of people. Like I was surprised by it. I didn't think it was going to be that good.
All of this my number two, but let's say this is number two.
Your number two is Barrel.
Oh, this is Barrels? Man, I'm totally off. What's this?
So Charles, you missed it because you missed your things though. But real quick, so
yep. So I know that's Elijah Craig. I'm totally off. Wow. I'm totally off.
So the placement was Larceny Barrel, Craig, and then Jack last, right?
No, it was Larceny.
Oh, okay.
Barrels,
Jack Daniels,
then Elijah Craig last.
Okay.
Wow. Let's go to Elijah Craig. Let's see.
Elijah Craig is good.
Elijah Craig's slacking tonight.
This is Elijah Craig? You sure? I was totally off. It don't taste like Elijah Craig.
But see, to me, the C921.
You can pick it out when you tasted it?
Well, I know because I'm pouring.
Yeah, so I didn't even know.
No, I mean, I like the C921, but to me, it's a little bit off profile for Elijah Craig. Like, it's a lot more.
Impressed. The Larceny did taste the best this time.
Yeah, I agree with Sean right there.
Hold on.
He just said that, but the profile is a little bit off. Doesn't taste like how the normal Elijah Craig.
But they all taste good. I don't really know which one is the best one. I'm just randomly, but they all taste good. They all taste good, man. For real.
To me, like when I sip on C921, it's almost like what Wild Turkey 101 would be like.
I don't know, man.
Like it's a lot of cinnamon and oak, which is not a bad thing, but there's not a lot else going on to me. Like,
never trust me for a blind taste because I can't tell you what nothing is. I didn't know they all taste good. That's what I say. All taste good. It's not like I can really pick what's the king of the hill.
That's
but
it's fun though, because I think it's something that does something to the brain when you don't know what it is compared to when you pop it and pour it and you know what it is.
I think it's fun for other people. For me, being honest, it's just I don't know what the best is, but it's surprising more than fun. It's surprising. That's what it is for me. My fun is how other people have fun with it because I just want to drink.
All right. Now you guys did your rankings, and unfortunately Elijah Craig came in last. That's okay though. So now to mine. All right. So my last pick was A, which was A121, which that finished last in my placements for Whiskey of the Year. So not real surprising. C, really? So C is the C921, which is the one that you're drinking right now, which you put last in your lineup. So that was 4th place for me. So there you go. Which means that 2 of these are the beef type B521, and then one of them is your sample. So gonna be curious to see what's what. All right, so then 3rd place is B, which is that's my low, the one that's almost empty, B521. All right, so we got a fresh crack B521 and Charles sample. Which one is first? 2nd place is D, which is B521. So your sample won.
Wow.
So the best Elijah Craig of last year is from 2 years ago.
Yeah. Man, all this is impressive. Listen, I'm gonna say this for anyone who listens: you can't go wrong with any of these. And once I started drinking it, got to the 4th one, I didn't know what it was. I'm like, I thought this, but I could be totally wrong. Remember, I said that, like, I'm thinking this, but then because I started going back through them, they all taste great. So this one just stood out, and this was the larceny. And I'm mad because I'm like, is really that the best tasting one? So I'm trying to just go back and sip on them. But at the time, I was thinking that.
Yeah, Templar. So he says, I've heard meh reviews on the first 2022 Elijah Craig Barrel Proof.
The brain.
Have you guys? I've seen the same on the newest Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, the A122. Same deal. Meh reviews. I gotta say, I mean, A121 finished last for me. It kind of is just whatever. I'm finishing it off because it's still, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, we're still talking about, all these are excellent, let's be clear. But when you're comparing them to some of the better whiskeys that are coming out right now, not quite up to par.
Man, I'll say this, man. If you can get the Burrell's New Year, it's great. If you can find it, I think it's worth it. It was like, what, $90 bottle, something like that. It wasn't super expensive. And I'm impressed.
That was your 2nd place, right?
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Yeah, and that is a heck of a lot easier to find than the Larceny B521. So,
yeah, it got a unique taste. What do you think, B?
Yeah, when I tasted it, I started smiling. So
it's totally not what I would have thought.
Okay, so I want to get your thoughts on this too, guys. So Maker's cast strength at the store for $34. Anybody have an experience with their cast strength? So my personal, I'll give you my take, and I'll let Charles and B jump in on this as well. My personal thing is the Maker's cast strength. I think for the price, it's decent, but I would rather spend the extra money and get the Maker's 46 cast strength. I think it's a lot better, and even better than that, if you have it in your area, because around here, the Maker's cast strength, the Maker's 46 cast strength, and the Maker's FAE-02, which was my 5th place last year, are the same price. So I would get the FAE-02 because I think that's a fantastic bottle. So that's my.
That's what I got.
we had the
one, yeah, but it's the same. You know, I agree with you. I have no argument. I agree with you. Brother Sean is correct. Follow his wise advice. He's had more whiskey words than you.
Yoda whiskey.
He's a whiskey warrior. Trust him.
Yeah, that's it. And I'm thinking about changing my tier names as well. So I'm going to put that out to the group. What do you think about the top tier patrons whenever that becomes a thing? Whenever somebody decides to give me way more money than I deserve, I'm thinking about calling it a whiskey warrior. That'll be the top tier.
That's great.
The samples I was referring to was actually what Total Wine. Oh yeah, exactly, for sure. Yeah, Dickel. Yeah, that's that's what Total Wine gives out. It's either Dickel or it's what is it? Frontier Whiskey. What? Why am I blanking on the name?
Good.
Bullet or Dickel all the time. Hey, Woods, there he is, my man, my first patron, the first guy to think that what this bull crap I'm doing was worth money. No, seriously, thank you, buddy. And now that you're finally here, Woods, just as a thank you, since you were my first patron, I am going to send you 2 free samples of whatever you want. So we'll communicate through Patreon because we can message each other that way. You don't have to give out your personal information on here or anything like that. So just hop on Patreon, send me your address, and if you need like a full list of stuff, we'll do that. But feel free to look at on the videos and stuff. Most of my better bottles are kind of up front to see anyway. But if you want like more of a list, we'll talk about it. So, but I want to get that out to you. So I wanted to do it last week, but didn't see it. So we're gonna get that done though. Let's see here. That's been on my wish list. That's somebody else. Still, yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I am belching up whiskey. I apologize. We still got the C918 in the UK, but costly. I'm curious what the price is. I mean, to buy it and ship it, I'm sure the price would be ridiculous to get it here, but I would love to have a C918. Let's see. Just going through chat. Everybody's saying hi to Woods, which is awesome. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you all being cordial to one another. That's great. Just going to take a moment to say I love the community that's building here. I love all our regulars. I mean, you guys are awesome. I love the comments every week. We know they have a social media. I don't know who you're referring to. Not us. I know that me and Charles definitely do not have a social media team. I can't speak for Charles, but I'm just kind of like a fumbling idiot that's just kind of wandering through the dark in this social media world trying to figure out how this works.
I'm the exact same. I just want to have fun. That's my whole thing. If it's not fun, I really don't want to do it. I suck. I just like to drink, say, man, that tastes good. Do some push-ups and go to sleep. Simple, man.
Co-N asks, where is the Elijah Craig A122 badge? Yeah, it doesn't exist as far as I'm concerned because I haven't seen it yet. I know some people are getting it, which, so we've talked about this many, many times before, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, but I live in Southern Kentucky, and yet somehow I have not seen it in any stores here. So it's distribution is a really weird thing.
So out of the ones you drink, D, what's your favorite so far?
Oh yeah, we didn't get B's ranking.
He was already drinking. So I said, I'm asking which one you think is his favorite. It's like, yeah, what I'm saying, favorites change.
Yeah, I would agree with Sugar Kitty. What do you guys think? Do you think Maker's 101 is better than regular Maker's cast strength? I think it is, personally.
I agree with you.
Yeah. I think I would take 101 over Maker's cast strength.
Yeah. Now, I'm still here in Southern Cal. Picked up. So we all inside. We are in Southern Cal too. We are in Carson.
So that's one of the samples I sent Charles and B not too long ago. That was about 4 or 5 lives ago. So when I first cracked that bottle, that Antique 107, it was good. That's when I did the review. And then as air got into that bottle, apparently the air that got in that bottle was straight from Satan because it just turned into this like sour oak bomb. It's just a sour like sawdust and all of the bad wood notes you don't want. I'm pretty sure that Charles and B agree on that.
100%.
Yeah, so it tastes bad. I try to forget. I try to just.
Yeah, I did have that.
Yeah.
Why you bring it up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just not talk about that. Okay, there you go, James Moore. Yeah. Let me just book a trip over to London, and then I'll get that C9 118 from you there. Yeah, that'll be totally worth the trip. Although actually, I would love to take a trip to London. It's one of the many places I would like to visit. But
only in the airport.
What's only in the airport?
I did a little bit. I didn't in London. I didn't really go adventure. I could have, I just didn't want to.
I'm seeing the same thing here, AZ. Redemption, Chestnut Farms, not so much, but they were trying to push Redemption there for a while. which is just MGP stuff. So there's probably,
redemption.
I don't know, 24 bottles of MGP stuff out right now. It's budget. It's budget MGP.
Rating profile.
We are SoCal too. Yeah, that's right. Cali represent.
Cali in the house.
Cali.
Yeah. Most of our regulars are either Midwesterners or Westerners, which I think is fun. I think it's some of the better parts of the country. I really enjoy Redemption Rye. Yeah, I still have not gotten that, mainly because I've decided, guys, and I know that a lot of you are going to hate this, but I've just decided that MGP Rye is just not really my thing. I don't care for the flavor profile that much. I think you guys pretty well know that from the rye battle we did back in December. Yeah, it's just not really what I'm chasing. Well, I mean, we know what your favorite rye is, Charles, but excluding the Jack Daniels, what are some of your other favorite ryes?
Seagrass.
Yeah, that's definitely up there.
You may be thinking about, was Old Scout? Was that a rye?
Mm-hmm.
I think I got to go back and try it again, but I know I like the Old Scout. I got to go.
Whistle Pig. I like that more than you.
Yeah, I got to try it. I didn't really like it as much as you did. It was decent, but I don't know, man. I got to drink more ryes, man.
So, Woods, if you're not big into wheaters, I think that the FAE-02 does a pretty good job of masking the fact that it's a wheater, because it's not nearly as sweet as so the FAE-01 is pretty sweet. I think Charles and B would.
What's the other one you had me try? That was a rye. I can think of it. Noble. I can think of it like a house or something on it. I can't think of what it is.
Pikesville?
No, not Pikesville. There's another one. I can't think of what it is. It doesn't matter. It'll pop up. I can't think of it. And I know I saw a bottle of it today. Like milk. What's milk or?
That wasn't.
What was that though? What was it called?
It was called.
Exactly. So
No,
that,
no, it was Mill. What's that?
That's not right.
What is it?
Nobody steal my idea.
Oh,
but
I just thought about that.
This is a comparison I want to do. Maker's 46 cask. I'm sorry, Maker's 46. The whiskey's starting to work. Maker's 46 cask strength versus Swiller Antique 107. I'm going to start using that Swiller because they're similar proof. They're about 2 proof points difference, and they're almost the same price, nearly identical. And I think Maker's cask strength just absolutely destroys it, as Cohen says. Personally, I don't think it's even close. And the other upside is Maker's 46 cask strength is on the shelf all the time. Like there's zero searching that's required. Let's see here. Redemption is only rye I've tried, but I got it. Yeah, I mean, for $20, it's good. It's just like that kind of licorice. I don't know what you call it. I always describe it as like licorice or anise. Did I get an MGP rye? It's not really my thing. MGP is the biggest rye maker by far. Yeah, they make rye for almost everybody. Yeah, I would say that's a competition which is now it's Ross and Squid or whatever the heck the thing is. Ross and whoever Ross is with these days. I remember ADHD saying Ross and Rachel. I thought that was pretty good. We got Charles in deep thought again. We need to get him out. We need to get him joking around. What is Charles researching? He's typing away on something.
At this moment, I was typing in chat.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, see, the thing is, Sugar Kitty, I don't know that I've ever had any of the 95.5 stuff that's all 8 years plus. I've definitely had some that has some supposed like 8-year plus stuff in it, but it's not all that. So their age statement is 2 years plus or 4 years plus, depending on the bottle you're talking about. I've never had any that was all 8 years plus. So maybe that's why I'm missing out. That's right. That's where Charles is at.
Yeah, I thought that because he's saying that the Knob Creek 9 was $60. I'm like, that's too much. That's what I was thinking in my brain, but I had to just go look. Yeah, it's like, like $40.
He's talking about the single barrel though.
Yes.
Are you guys
single barrel
in SoCal? You guys are seeing the single barrel for that?
Yeah, $44.
Man, that is a deal and a half.
Not because single barrel.
So like around here, Knob Creek 9 single barrels are they're usually 50.
Yeah, I looked it up. Total Wine, $44. Knob Creek 9 single barrel. Yep. Which ones are you talking about?
And then store
look
pick.
it up. How much they cost? He's looking it up.
Oh, okay.
Just make sure you see what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about. It's just that I'm always baffled by the fact that I live in the state it's made in, and somehow it's cheaper in California.
How much is it be?
$44.
Yeah, that's too much. When he said that, I'm like, no, I thought it was cheaper than that. He said $67, and I'm like, man, that's too much.
Yeah, that's like 67 is like a store pick price.
Yeah. So can you guys see it? I was.
Yeah. Yeah,
you got a stock, but some of them probably in stock at different places. But it's probably online. But if you go to the store itself, it's going to be there.
Yeah, I always wanted to try. I would have thought about it. I always wanted to try Four Roses. They have like a
single barrel select one.
Yeah, I never had a.
I was looking for it. Like I went in and they had it. I could see it was in Total Wine, but it was gone off the shelf. So I know they had stocked it, and I should have went to the one over here.
Sugar Kitty, your comment just depresses me. I talk about this all the time. So I moved to the state.
Sugar Kitty said the same thing.
Yeah.
I paid $45. That's what I was saying. $45. I was like, man, I was tripping. I didn't want to just say it, but I was like, yeah, that's too much. But I wanted to research because I say stuff and I'd be wrong. Put my foot in my mouth, even though I'm great at it. I didn't want to put my foot in my mouth today.
Well, I mean, I was just surprised because I really do not get how distribution works. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, how can I live in the state where it's made and it'd be $5 more than sending it 4 time zones away?
I don't understand how none of this stuff works, man. I don't. It's like today, like I try to explain. Sometimes I want to go get it. Let's say Elijah Craig barrel proof, and I got to buy 2 different things to get it. And the other days I can go into a store. Yeah, we got plenty of it. So I don't like why? I don't want to buy. I understand you want to get rid of inventory, but I don't want that Knob Creek. I got that. I don't want the Elijah Craig rye. I got that. I don't have anybody to give it to. I just want the barrel proof. That's all I want. You know what I mean? I hate that. It makes you just like, ugh. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the place that it's a little bit too far from here in Marina Del Rey.
So see, Woods is saying the same thing though. He's saying that his Knob Creek single barrels are usually 60, 70 there as well.
That's trying to get people. Make you want to like. So like it's always a give and take, like I guess because the rent's so high out here, they gotta lower it somehow. The rent is expensive out here. People pay more for renting an apartment than they pay for house payments, and they can't afford houses. Like it's crazy. If somebody bought a house 10 years ago, maybe they're paying $2,000 a month 10 years ago. Now the apartments is $2,500. And you get houses going like $1 million out here. It's crazy. Crazy. You making a joke. You living in Washington, your house is $700,000. Do something, what's up, man? Go down your street, man. How that don't even make sense. It's crazy, man.
I gotta pay that mortgage, man. I gotta pay that mortgage. Come on, man. Just help me out, man. I'll sell you this toaster. Come on, just
for sure, man. It's crazy. It's the way it is. It's unreal.
I wanted to go with the Dave Chappelle joke there, but I decided not to.
It's all good, man. Don't say the wrong thing that will cancel you. I'll tell you how the world. I got to tell you this joke. So I went to a store with somebody I'm real close with, right? So the person was talking. I'm trying to make it without saying who it was. The person was talking to looked like a man, and the person said, "Sir, thank you." And then later they were like, "Maybe I shouldn't have called him sir." I said they look like a sir.
For real. Yeah.
Maybe I hurt their feelings. I should have said, "Excuse me." Like I'm like, really? It looked like let them tell you. Then call them something, but you don't know what they are before you. Like if I look.
Here's
confused.
Here's what's crazy to me. What's crazy to me is that we even have to think that now.
Yes,
I agree.
Yes, and I was like, but I felt like it's cool that you're empathetic and you don't hurt people, but you can't worry about that. You know what I mean? I'm like, if I see a gangbanger with a rag hanging out of his pocket, and I say, "What's up, gangster?" They say, "No, I'm not that gang, I'm from this gang." But you look like you're from that gang, so that means nothing. You're judging me.
Yeah, I mean, so like if a dude strolls up to you and he's got the typical gangbanger look, and he's got a blue flag hanging out of his pocket.
Exactly.
You're like, "Hey, what's up, cuz?" You would think that's the right way to greet him.
No, I'm from the Bloods. What? You got a blue rag?
Like, sir, your flag's wrong. You're wearing the wrong
but
flag.
I'm saying, well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's what I tell you it means.
Like, respectfully, you're wearing the wrong flag. So
it matters not. You're judging me.
A girl can't dance on the street at night.
You're judging my sis gangster. You're judging my sis gangster. That's what, I don't affiliate with my assigned rag.
You know what? I just had a great idea for a comedy, and that would be like gangbangers that identify as like a different gang, but they dress like the other gang.
Exactly, but they don't want to dress like that. The gang. They want to dress like their gang.
So they're always getting shot at by their own members because they're wearing the wrong stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I identify with this gang. I look like this, but I identify with that gang. I gotta go to the restroom. I'll be back.
Okay.
I'll be back. You got it.
We need to producer B. We need to get this comedy going.
Okay, definitely. I'll write the idea down.
That is a killer idea for a comedy. Like, we need to send it to Dave. I bet he would do it tomorrow. Do you have any way to anybody know how to get a hold of Dave Chappelle? I bet he would do this skit tomorrow. He'd kill it. Anyway, let's see here. Templar says our state-owned stores have just changed their allocated rules. I get the feeling they're starting to hike prices. Probably so. That's the way of the world. AZ says Kentucky has that big sin tax. Yeah, for real. Here's what's sad though, is on top of us not getting the best prices in the country, which we should since it's made here. On top of that, we also have the highest taxes of anybody I've ever heard of. So if you buy a $30 to $40 bottle, you're going to have $7 to $8 in taxes on top of that price that you're already paying. So.
Man. I'm still laughing at that. I'm a cis gangster. This is that's just so hilarious to me.
We're gonna have Latin kings wearing blue flags and
crazy,
wearing red flags.
There you go. Don't judge me. It's what I am inside that counts.
That's it. Like no, man. Hey, easy. And they're throwing they're on the wrong signs up, and
that's crazy. It is. That's what the world is turning into, man. Look at me. I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm a woman. No matter what I look like, internally, I'm a woman. So if you say he to me, I'm like, what? I'm a she. I'm like, dude, you got a beard. You're got testosterone. So it matters not. But I haven't got to change my voice now. I can just say, I'm a woman. Don't treat me like that. I'm a woman.
I feel like there's so many different great ideas that we could run with this craziness we got going on right now. But I think the gangbangers identifying as different gangs is that's comedy gold right there.
And I love people. I love people. But it's I'll tell you what's weird that everywhere I go, I'm like, do I got to put a mask on? Am I the only one? I don't want to wear them, but I got to put one on so you feel safe. There's a video B showed me. Well, dude, you want to get on the elevator? It's a brother, right? And then he was like, can I get on the elevator? And she was like, no, you can't get on. Then she started hitting him. He said, you hit me. She said, Black Lives Matter.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, all he wanted to do was get on the elevator. It's like, okay, look, we got a fire going on. No, you're too close, 6 feet. What is a fire? Look, lady,
woman, I'm trying to save you.
I didn't.
That's
No.
funny right there too. You're too close, but the fire's right there. You burned up. No.
Yeah, it's the way people like, dude. Listen,
Like,
I'd
all
rather
right.
risk getting sick. You know, it's trust me. You know, it's okay. We're gonna wear this mask into the restaurant, but we're gonna take it off when we eat, and it's not gonna be on. You know, but you come in with a mask on.
Exactly.
It's crazy. It's crazy to me. This whole world, man. It's crazy. I'm the weird one.
I said somebody got on a plane
Mhm.
and they had a "Let's Go Brandon." He had a mask on, but he had that LED going across his mask and said "Let's Go Brandon." And some stewardess was like, "You need to take that off because I'm offended." Crazy.
Okay.
I don't even understand.
We're getting kind of late into the night here, and folks, I don't mean to offend anybody. I want to be very clear on this. All right. So
I do need to offend you. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I don't want to offend anybody. That's never my intent.
And maybe some folks in the chat caught this. I threw a joke out on another stream, which I will not mention because I'm not trying to start anything. And I was told that the joke was offensive and racist. Now I get how some people could have that take, but I am of the mindset that Dave Chappelle is, or any true comic, and that is, if it's funny, it's funny.
Exactly. Nobody can joke about anything. I don't care. Just don't do it in a way that's going to that's totally like diminishing somebody else's. It's cool if you make a joke about it.
I'm going to say the joke, and I'm going to let the chat judge for themselves, and I want to hear your honest opinion. If you think it's straight up racist, then I want you to let me know. I don't think it is.
Before you say the joke, let me say this: racist. People don't even understand what the term. Are you oppressing somebody else and stopping them from achieving ability to take care of themselves, or not giving them opportunity based on their ethnicity, race, or something like that? If you're not doing that, they're not racist. So if I just made a joke that was derogatory or stereotypical, that doesn't mean I'm racist. I just made a derogatory, stereotypical joke. So if I said all black people can't drive, that's not racist. It's a joke making fun of black people because you can say they don't drive, or So, you're just racist. Yeah. What is the race? I'm not stopping black people from driving. I'm not. So people get confused with jokes.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so some very popular stereotypes. White people love mayonnaise.
They do.
Black people love watermelon, and Chinese people can't drive.
Yes. I'm co-signing. Cancel me.
And here's what's funny is I hate mayonnaise. And there's probably
I hate mayonnaise.
And here's the thing: I would guess there's probably some black people that hate watermelon. I'm sure they exist, just like I hate mayonnaise.
Yeah, it's a stereotype, but it doesn't mean it's true. People confuse,
So anyway, here's the joke, and like I said, I'm only prefacing it this way because it's a joke, folks. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I thought it was funny because it plays on a stereotype. Mm-hmm. So here's the joke. Why can Chinese people only have Chinese babies? Because two Wongs don't make a white.
Wait, I'm going to use that one. Oh, that's a funny joke. What's wrong with that joke?
Yeah, that's hilarious.
That's excellent. Great. It's funny. How is that offensive? How is that?
And that's what I thought. Like when I saw that joke, I was dying. Like I was laughing my butt off. And
that is hilarious.
And
it's actually very funny. Two wrongs don't make a white. How about to use that?
Okay, to me, there's like a line. Like when you're going for stereotypical kind of semi-racist jokes. Like if it's actively racist, like if the N-word is used over and over again in your joke, that's a different kind of joke. Like you're trying to be racist then.
I have a friend I work with. His name is T. Wong. He's a Wong. So you make it a good joke. It's not like his last name is not Wong. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
His name is Wong.
I mean, so to me, playing on stereotypes.
Got a big or small Wong, but he's still Wong.
Remember Wang computers?
Yes. I played with Wang. Sorry, Wong.
But I mean, honestly, I'm sure we've all heard jokes that are like that. They're stereotypical, but they're funny. And to me, what makes a joke funny is that a person took the time to write it well. I mean, that's what makes any joke good.
Dave Chappelle, the blind KKK was probably one of the most funniest hits I've ever seen in my life. I loved it. If you call that, it's just making fun of racism. It was just a joke making fun of race. How stupid it is to hate somebody. Like, I see people that got that hate. I don't hate anyone because of the way they look. I can laugh at you because I think it's crazy, but I'm never going to not give you water. I'm never not going to help you. I'm never going to try to hurt you because you're not as beautiful as Sean. No, I'm joking. But you know what I'm saying? I don't care about none of that. Listen,
I save you.
It's not for me. It's things people do all the time I don't like. Things I find strange. But if you're not infringing on me or you're not endangering somebody else's life, I'm going to stay away. I don't accept it, meaning I would do it, but I'm not going to stop you from the freedom to do it. As long as you ain't hurting somebody I love or hurting your own life where I can see it that you will hurt yourself. You know, if I'm not involved, then I'm not worried about what you're doing. Do you.
So here's what I appreciate about Dave Chappelle. I mean, to me, he is in a league of his own right now, because Dave takes the time to think about real topics, like serious topics that we're going through right now in our society, and then he makes them funny, and he really writes out well thought out jokes that are really kind of an argument against both sides, either side of the political spectrum, because he goes both ways. I mean, if you watch his stuff, he takes the time to think out jokes that might offend both sides. And I think that's important because it makes people think then. It makes people think about the position they're taking. And I think that's what good comedy does. So you're having a good time and you're laughing, but at the same time, he's making you really think about where you stand in the world, and also realize how stupid it is that you're taking these positions. Like, oh, I'm on the right or I'm on the left. No, it's not that serious.
Exactly.
And instead, let's come together and, let's work together instead of like, oh, I'm going to be on the right or I'm going to be on the left. No, don't do any of that.
I tell people about me. I'm gonna just talk about me for a second. I love people who love me. I don't care what you look like. I don't care if you're a dwarf or a giant. I don't care if you're black or alien. If you love me, I'm gonna love you, and I have no hatred towards you if you don't try to hurt me. I'll share my life with you to help you as long as you don't try to hurt me. I don't want to die. That's not what I'm saying. But I don't never want to bless people who bless me. Be bless me, I'll bless him like I'm blessing myself. That's how I do. Sean, you bless me. I'm always gonna bless you. People that are nice to me, all you do is be nice to me. I got you. So that's how people could change the world, is just start loving people. If people don't do things you like, to separate from them. As long as they ain't hurt nobody else, if you want to run bare naked in the woods, go ahead as long as I don't see you. I don't want to see you naked. That's not saying that some people do want to see naked. But in general, I don't care what you're doing. Do it in the privacy of your home. I don't care as long as you ain't hurt nobody and I know about it. Because if you hurt somebody and I can prevent you from hurting somebody, as long as I know what's going on, I'm going to try to stop that. Sometimes I say because I don't know what's going on. But if I know what's going on, then I might get involved. That's it.
And I'm with you. Same mindset. So if somebody is starting to live a life that I don't agree with, then especially if they're a close friend, I'm going to talk to you. Like, honestly, I'm going to be like, hey, man, why don't you correct this because it's going to hurt you. Mm-hmm. And then if they take that advice and they decide, hey, that's not for me, I want to keep doing whatever I'm doing, then cool. You go do that over there. I'm not gonna like, try and stop you from doing what you're doing. You do you,
Yes.
You do your thing, but I'm going to be over here. And until you're back to normal and then we can associate again. But up until then, I'll leave you alone. You do your thing, I'll do mine. But like you're saying, Charles, I think the problem is that there's this need in our society right now to like control one another. Like, okay, I got to stop you from doing this, and you got to stop me from doing this. No, it's. I mean, most stuff that like is in the news and stuff is not that serious. We do not need to be like. I mean, people are like willing to like kill each other over pronouns and bull crap.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal that joke James said in the chat. That's hilarious.
And yes, taxation is theft.
He said I used to be addicted to soap, but I am clean now. I used to be addicted to soap, but I'm clean now.
Love it. Dougie doesn't need it.
I'm sorry. Some jokes is good that you got to really catch it. It's a good, smart joke, you know.
It's good, man. That's the thing. It's like what I like. I don't really care how offensive a joke is, as long as it's well written. Like if it's a well thought out joke, then I don't care about the rest of it. Like because I think getting offended is for the way Chappelle would put it is for the brittle and the weak spirited. Because I think getting offended is good for you. I think it makes you stronger. I think you need to get offended. I think you need to grow up.
Grow a pair. I get it. I agree.
It's always gonna be somebody that says something I'm not gonna like. And how do I take it? I'm gonna just say, you know what? That's you. As long as you ain't beating me up, I accept it. There's a lot of words people use I don't like be used in normal conversation when we're talking. But I'm not gonna tell you how to speak because that's what you are used to using. That's your dialect. That's colloquially for you. That's what you speak like. What am I to say to you? Unless we're really having a conversation all the time, then maybe I say that's not the right word to use. But other than that, I don't care.
I'm sorry to interrupt you here, Charles, but
Sure.
what Fidel said is absolutely correct. That right there. We are all the same race. Get over this bull crap. We are, I mean, and here's the thing, is it doesn't matter what your worldview is. If you believe in creation or evolution, it doesn't matter. Either way, we started from the same thing.
I agree.
So it doesn't matter. So we don't need to talk about science and religion and all that crap. Either way, we came from the same place. So
sorry, I want to interrupt you, but I want you to finish before I interrupt you.
no,
I'm going to interrupt you then because you'll be finished. You heard I said I want to interrupt you, but I want you to finish, so then I won't interrupt you because you'll be finished.
no, I just had to get his thought in because I thought that was important.
Yeah, so I'm gonna dive in. That's one of my favorite topics because everyone could be my brother or sister. Like I look. You can have a nationality, you can have an ethnicity, you can have a point of origin, but we are one species. We can interbreed, we can create, so we're one race. If we couldn't mate with each other, then we would be different species, but we're one species. So I'd rather people, even though people don't like it, because those animals breed like a different breed of human or strain of human than a race of human, because it's human species, it's a race of species, it's synonymous. So you're using the word incorrectly because it creates dissension and separation. Like you don't have to like me. You don't have to mess with my tribe or my group. One of my tribe is an American. You know, that's what it is. And then if you're going to say what part of American due to lineage, you can say American that's descended from slavery. I can accept that, or a Black American, or whatever you want to use. But it doesn't take away my humanity or your humanity. You have family, cousins, and people that love you just like me. And so I'm gonna love you for that. And so other than most of the fights are over resources. That's what most people fight over: resources, land and resources. And they fight over beliefs tough, but more over control and resources than even beliefs today. Back in the past was beliefs. Now it's really about control. You know what I mean? I want you to follow our control. We don't want to follow your control. So we go to war over that. It's crazy.
Well, and see, I think that, to me, that is far more insidious and damaging to society than racism. When your government or whoever it is trying to control you and impose laws upon you, that affects you a whole lot more than racism, to whatever level that's even going on. And we could debate that, but I think if we're honest, not to say that racism. I don't think we're ever getting rid of racism.
I agree with that.
Let's be fair.
I've argued that because people are always going to want separation and distinction and to be better than somebody else. So,
right,
we'll always have some way to just say I'm better than you or you're less than me. But as far as racism, I think sooner or later it's going to just change it to morph into something else. It's going to be classism, or it's going to be educationalism or something that separates you from someone else. So.
I guess what I mean by that, Charles, is I think we will always have some people that are racist in society,
or some people that hate other groups of people based off I agree with that.
From past pain,
but it's not based off logic, and there's way more people that love people than hate people, and I see that. So I've seen. Yeah. I would love somebody who just hated. Let's say they just hated Black people, and it came to me in pain. I would help them, even if you hate. Because why would I not want to help you? And if you don't have no different opinion of me after that, it's on you. But I'm never going to come with you with the same level of hate when there's no reason. Not saying I won't protect myself if it comes to that, but I'm going to say, hey, I hope you're doing great. I hope you have a great day. Here's some bread. Here's some water. Feel great. Because I'm not here I can't take the hate out you, but I can show you love. And if you hate me after that, that's on you. That's some issues you got going on. Because I don't hate you. Why would I hate you? I can dislike lots of things, but I'm to forgive you, even if I don't want to associate with you. That's what it is. Can't stay in hate, man. Can't stay in pain. And trust me, I get angry all the time. I just let it go. I let it go. That's just me though. I let it go.
I agree. I mean, because if you have the choice between helping somebody or hating them, or helping them see a different way to view the world, then do that instead of trying to make it an obstacle and just create hate from that. Now, because I mean, certainly there's people that are going to say things in your lives that could anger you or upset you.
Yeah, for sure.
So if you want to take that and make that a position to stand on, and like, okay, well now I got to hate white people or hate black people or hate Asians or whatever your thing is, you could do that. You can find a reason to do that, but why would you want to? I guess that's my thing. Is that why is that the position you're taking? Is to find a reason to hate somebody, and that's what I think is becoming the biggest problem in this country right now, and somewhat globally, is that everybody's trying to find a reason to hate somebody for.
I agree.
And how is that useful at all? That does not make society flourish at all. So
I want to find reasons to love you. Truthfully, I want to feel great and happy. Every time I see you shine, I'm like happy as a pig in a whole room of slops, like slop. You know what I'm saying? Just like, man, this is great, man. I get to drink great whiskey, talk to my brothers. You know how much everybody in the chat come and talk, man. I want to hear. Yeah, that makes me feel great, man. Just the fact that people take some time out of whatever they got going on to hang out with us, drink with us, and I'm blown away. These barrel crews, man. This is like heaven today. Like I'm telling you, this is some of the. You guys don't know. I couldn't have picked wrong with none of these. These are all fantastic. It's all of these are great, man. Thank you, brother, for even considering me today. I was so motivated for this. I wasn't motivated at first, not like I'm lazy. Didn't get on it, like, man, this is great. So I'm motivated, but you just reaching out to me helps me out. Like sometimes I'm not the most enthusiastic, and then you come and I'm there, then I'm super motivated. So
that's the thing, man. Is I feel the same way. So like pre-stream, I'm always like, man, do I want to do this tonight? Kind of feeling lazy, kind of feeling tired, And then once it gets rolling, like if I'm doing with you, or once the chat starts really going, and then it becomes a community, and we're having fun and we're chatting, and then it's like the highlight of the week.
Yeah, for sure.
And so then I'm like, man, I'm so glad I did that, because it was so much fun, and we had some great conversations. And so, I mean, there was I'm sorry, I'm blanking on his. I think it's the Whiskey Hutch. It's a new guy doing stuff today, and I was watching some of his stuff, and he said the same thing. The whole reason he started doing Whiskey Tube is for the community. He was so inspired by seeing the live streams and stuff that he wanted to be part of that. And I think that really is the best part of what we do. Is this my Saturday nights. Hanging out with Charles and hanging out with you guys, that is just, I mean, it's awesome. You guys are so witty, and you're coming up with great comments, and and talking with Charles and the interaction, all that stuff is just, that's the best thing we do on this whole whiskey. I mean, the reviews are cool, but it's not this. It's not this at all.
Yeah, I agree. I like the interaction. This is like the best, man. This is great. I'm happy. That's all I can tell you. Appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. Much love to you all. I don't know what else to tell you. You guys may not know how serious how much I mean it. I can suck sometimes, but I'm really I'm humble, man. I'm always impressed, because people just want to tune in and check us out, man. It means a lot,
Yeah, for sure. And so to prove it, I'm going to run through some chat here, because I haven't really paid attention. So AZ says Asian racism doesn't count in the current lexicon, evidently. Seems like it. Also, Wood says, well, there is certainly nothing hateful in that joke, speaking of my earlier show. And I think that is what makes the difference. I agree. If your objective is not hate, then I think that a joke can work. Life is better when you call all laugh out. Oh, yeah. Okay. Can all laugh. I'm sorry. Reading is getting difficult, folks. The whiskey is certainly working. Because I'm 5 barrel proofs in, all my glasses are empty. let's see here. Oh, yeah, okay. So I guess we did not really officially announce. So my pick, even though it's a disappointment because it's going to be very hard to get. Where's my cup? E. E was the winner, which was Charles Sample of C921. I keep saying the wrong thing. C920. So that's actually a year ago. That was our winner. But if we're excluding that and you want a winner from this last year, B521 was my second place, twice actually. So the fresh cracked B521 was second place, and then third place was B521, the bottle that's nearly empty right there. So B521 twice in a row. So it's pretty definitive as to how great that bottle is, at least for my palate. There's no right or left. There is only freedom and tyranny. Agree.
I hear that. Freedom and tyranny.
Yeah. I could not agree with that more. I mean, I'm not going to get into my political stuff or my worldview, but yeah, avoid tyranny if you can. That's always a good thing. I used to be addicted to soap. All right. Okay. So I'm way behind. Let me catch up. I'm sorry, folks. I'm going to skip through. TV addiction is a problem in the UK. Okay. Interesting. What happened to the whiskey talk? Oh, yeah. Sorry, Cohen. We get distracted pretty easily. It's philosophy sometimes. Sometimes it's basketball. Sometimes it's Star Wars. And then maybe some of the time, although probably not most of the time, it's whiskey. So you don't want to have to go to hot butter to your whiskey. Well, probably not. But think about it this way: is that here you're getting a more rounded worldview, and where else can you go for that on whiskey too? I think nowhere. Asian people can be racist as hell and hate other Asians. That's true. I've known some.
Yeah.
Experiment. Call an Indian dude a Pakistani and see what they say. I feel like that's also probably true. All my friends live at least an hour and a half away. Y'all are my drinking buddies. Well, you know what? Let me pour something to cheers to. Not that bottle. That's my loser. To that, Woods.
Yeah. Hey, if you guys ever get a chance to get this, look for it. It's worth it. If you want something that's barrel proof, it's a little expensive, but not too expensive. Still, should be able to get it for under $100. Range around that.
That was your second place, and and much easier to find than Larceny B521.
I agree with that. So if you get a chance to get it, you should go for it. You can't go wrong with any of these barrel proofs. They're all fantastic.
But to our drinking buddies, which is all of you, as Wood said, thank you guys. I mean, really, I cannot say how much we appreciate you guys coming out every week, because you guys could be doing anything else and you choose to hang with us. So truly, really appreciate that. We digress. Yes, as always. I feel Whiskey Tube is an ongoing experiment for the humanities course. Yeah, I mean, I hope so, and I hope that Whiskey Tube figures it out before anybody else, because screw politicians. I think we're doing a much better job than any politician is doing. So to Whiskey Tube. I think me and Charles and you guys.
Cheers to all the whiskey content creators. Much respect and love to you. Cheers.
Yeah.
Share some good whiskey and let us know what you think. I want to hear something I've never heard of before.
I think us whiskey tubers will figure things out way before our politicians do. So, man, that's just, even though this is my third place, and only because there's a lot of air in there, that if you guys have the chance. So Charles made his suggestion, get that barrel bottle, and that certainly easier to find than the Larceny. Unfortunately, I don't know if my suggestion is easier to find. I hope so. But if you guys are still seeing the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof B521, man, that is such a good bottle. I don't need more barrel proof tonight, but I'm gonna keep going anyway.
Man, this is heaven. This is the best. I'm telling you, you guys don't even know. Like, you can't go wrong with any of these bottles. We had the Elijah Craig, which it did have different palates. That's probably why I was totally a different palate. The Jack Daniels was fantastic.
I'm glad
the was great, and the Larceny.
I'll be right back.
It's cool. Wow. Because I was thinking about how Larceny the other night. I was like, well, you know what? I now want to try the Booker's Bardstown to see if it's better than the Larceny. Because at the time when I had the Bardstown versus Larceny, I think we got to do a blind on that. You got to do a blind on that. Because that's the only way I'm going to know if Larceny's really that good. If I don't know what I'm drinking, because I'm suck at taking out. I didn't know what tastes the best to me. And the Larceny was killing it. When I drank that, I was like, ooh, this is the best one. And in my brain, I knew it was good, but I thought the Bardstown was better. I want to believe that. Like, maybe I'm not real with, maybe I'm just being biased, like biased. Like when it comes to voluptuous women, I'm biased compared to a skinny chick. I'm gonna give her the same chance. I'm not doing that with the bourbon and the whiskey. My problem, I don't know other people, most people, I love drinking. That's I love drinking, so I got to mitigate because I enjoy it. Man, what can make this, like, just having a beautiful woman looking at me, if I was drinking this, my night would be complete. Just like art, like just a big old, I put a poster right there. Just a beautiful, that would make me just feel so happy. Beautiful whiskey, beautiful women, beautiful conversations in the chat. How much better can you get? I'm telling you, sorry. I mean, man, cheers to all of you. I hope you all drinking something fantastic. He says, at Whiskey Wars, do you have seagrass, and what do you think of it, AB?
Yeah, let me clean
Let's bring it out here. Let's go, please go get it.
I don't know how much of the stream caught that, but I inhaled B521, and that's the wrong pipe for that to go down. So that was
a bot. It's a bot.
Bottle
from another country. Hey, this is for brother. Brother Con, we got seagrass. Look, I'm not gonna tell you what it tastes like, but we've been through a couple bottles of this. This is bottle number three. All
right.
So don't get it. Look, don't get it. We've been through 3 bottles, so we can get more. Don't drink it. That's all I'm gonna tell you. That was, B. I'll tell you, B try to move it in my face real fast, so I forget it. He want me to not remember, so he can drink it all. But I am mad. We get it again. This is all good. That's his favorite. That's his favorite go-to. I'm telling you. Don't bring seagrass around B.
Drinking for real.
Yeah, it'll disappear faster. I'm being real. Let me be quiet.
Can you hear it? You guys see that? This whiskey is so unfiltered and so just real manly whiskey. There's chunks of stuff in there. Yeah. I'm down at the bottom of the bottle, but I like that. I like that because that means there's flavor.
Flavor.
Yeah, that's all flavor right there. I'm
coming out loose. Ruski attack.
AZ says $100. Am I the Queen of England? Well, here's the thing though, AZ, is that I know there are very few exceptions, but there are whiskeys worth that $100 price point. Morning says don't fall for it. Did we crack him? I'm not sure where they're bottle art. Yes, we killed the bot. The bot is gone. Hey, Commandante's back with us. Thank you, buddy. There's a Russian bot. Yeah, they just keep showing up. So Charles, what was the? I'm reading chat. What was the other bottle you reviewed before Brothers?
It was a Heaven Hill, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Oh, I think it was Heaven Hill.
Heaven Hill.
Yeah.
Which was far better.
Yeah, way better.
Yeah. And then back to Seagrass. I think I've never seen a review that didn't like Seagrass, and me and Charles are absolutely in agreement. I think that is the best $80, $85 rye you can get. Because it's not getting into like the super high tier ryes, like the crazy $200 ryes. It's kind of that in between. So it's better than it's better than anything else I have downstairs except for Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof Rye, which you can't find anywhere, and certainly not for less than $85.
Yeah. Con Ann says you're gonna get the 16-year seagrass. I was looking for it today. I didn't find it because if I would have found it, I would have bought it as long as it had been under $300. You know, if it had been under $300, I would have bought it. Because that's where I do think it's still overpriced, but I just want to see. But from what the reviews have said from different people is that you're better off just getting the regular seagrass. Why would you want to pay $160 more for something that don't taste that much better? And I'm with that, even though I haven't tasted it. I would want to try, but I'm good with just seagrass is such a fantastic, cheap priced rye that it's gonna blow you away once you sip it. You be like, my gosh, this is barrels. Before barrels, I wasn't the biggest fan of blends, and once I had barrels, it changed. Every barrels I've had has been fantastic. I don't know what the worst one is because I haven't had one. I'm serious, not one. Dovetail, a couple of the one with the M Moderna, the Seagrass, the private release, they're all gone. You know, that's all I can tell you.
I mean, so I get that people kind of are hard on barrel because of the price point, but like Charles was saying, there's a lot of companies out there doing blends, but there's nobody that's doing it as well as Seagrass. I mean, because I've had some Whistle Pigs, which, I mean, a lot of people chase Whistle Pig, and that's also a lot of times a blended whiskey. And to me, not even close to a barrel product. Yeah. I've never had a Whistle Pig that I liked anywhere near to as well as any of the barrels I've had. So I've had the Dovetail. I've had 2 times at the bar. I've had the Seagrass. I mean, I own one. And then what was it? It's like blue and orange on the label, something like that.
It's called
Armadillo. Yeah, we have that too, right? Yeah, we got a bottle of that. We bought. I'm telling you, I was not at first. I was like, this can't be that good. And I tried it, and I'm like, my gosh. And we tried another. I was like, man, this is as far as blended, like it's my favorite. Like I've never had a barrel that I haven't been impressed with. It may be a little expensive, but it's like, man, it's impressive. Like they're the best, dude. I've had that Pack, whatever that was. Pack 6 or that was not good. And everybody Pack 7. I'm scared to try Pack 7 because I had Pack 6.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, the thing is that, like we were just talking about. So, sure, barrel is blending, but what I appreciate about barrel is that they've never concealed the fact that they're sourcing stuff. They're very very upfront about it. That they're letting you know what they're doing. And so then I don't have a problem with it if you're not hiding what you're doing. I don't like it. Good. Yeah, well, that too. Yeah, I don't like it when a whiskey company is like hiding what they're doing and they're like kind of hyping things up on their bottle. I mean, we've all read them. You know, they're making it sound like it's this crazy, amazing whiskey, and then you taste it, and you taste it and like, this tastes like cheap MGP crap, like I've had 1,000 times before. So. I appreciate that barrel is just upfront about what they're doing, and they do a really good job with it. So yeah.
I don't need the whole soliloquy. I want on a bottle. My perfect bottle will be like, yo, we trying to make some money. Right here is the best tasting stuff you're ever gonna try. If you don't like it, hey, tell everybody how much it sucks. But we trust ourselves so great that you're gonna buy more. Oh, right there, I'm buying that bottle. Why can't you just? I don't need the flowery. It's cool. Like I will give, what was it, American Prairie bourbon. They had a great speech on it. They were trying to advocate for helping wildlife reserve. I can deal with that. Did a little bottle and talk about the bourbon, but I don't need a lot of words. Just tell me it tastes greater. You know, we try to make something exciting and unique. Don't give me that Vampire Diaries soliloquy words, cornucopia of nonsense vomit that made me want to throw the bottle down the toilet once I drink it. I don't want that. I want some good bourbon, some good whiskey. You know, I think, have you read Johnny Walker Blue Label bottle? I think that had a good one too, where like, yo, we crafted the finest thing, you let it sit, you're nothing like this, it's exquisite. But when you taste it, you say, okay, I get what you're saying, because it's on point about it. It's not no extras. It's like, yo, we put some work into this. You're not gonna find nothing like this. Trust me.
It's not a bunch of bull crap.
Yes. I don't need to listen, like, no, I don't want to, you advertise the car how great it is, and then I get a clunker. I'm gonna kick you. I'm gonna kick you in the exhaust pipe for that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
Give me
Don't advertise the Mercedes if you're saying a Chevy Cavalier.
I need you to do one more favor for me. Alberta. I just want to. Somebody asked thoughts on a Canadian whiskey, and I want to show you. Can you please do that?
Hold on. Barrel stuff is out of my usual price range, but I do enjoy the Stellum Rye, which is their budget line. Hey, so I've heard some really good stuff about their budget line, though. So, I mean, for instance, Mash and Drum has said he
Can I
thought.
interrupt 1 second, Whiskey Wars, Brother Sean?
Yeah.
Listen, somebody if you can ever find this right here, if you can find this right here, a Canadian right here, Alberta Premium, it should be around 50, 60 bucks, I'm pretty sure. Buy this. You will not regret it. Trust me. This is the second bottle, the second bottle of this. You will not go wrong. If you can find it, get it. So if you got about Canadian stuff, there you go. Get Alberta Premium.
There we go.
There you go.
That question has been answered. Now, I can't answer it as friendly because I've only had crappy Canadian stuff, so I haven't found a good one. But I have not had the Alberta Premium. Mainly because I've never seen it. So,
what do you think about Alberta Premium? Fantastic.
There you go. So there's some good Canadian stuff out there. There is hope.
You can find it. Don't pass it up. It's that barrel cash strength. Come on, double it up. 66. Double that. 66% alcohol.
There you go. Yeah, that's punching pretty high.
There you go.
So back to the Stellum Rye though. So I've seen lots of good reviews. I have yet to buy one yet. Have you guys tried the Stellum Rye?
I haven't.
But so a lot of folks are saying that it's nearly as good as the regular barrel line rye. So I would say, Woods, that you're getting a pretty similar experience to the barrel product. So let's see here. What else we got going on? Barrel has some rum and malt whiskey also. The other blends are getting traction in Scotch too with the wide stock and variety of flavor. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Yeah, it's weird to me that like there's this kind of stipulation in people's minds that only single malts are good, because most American whiskeys are a blend. Even if they're an in-house blend, they're still a blend of multiple different barrels. Now, I realize that single malt would still kind of fall in that category as far as the way that things are. But it's weird to me that people get so funny about blending. To me, that's not really a problem. To me, the goal should be getting the best whiskey you can put out on the market. So however that's accomplished, do that. 55 is not budget for me, AZ says. Okay, we covered that. Let's see here. Was Matt M was the only good celeb whiskey. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. What do you guys think about Long Branch?
I love it.
Me too. I agree. Yeah, I think. Go ahead, B. Say it again.
Long Branch was good.
Yeah, I think Long Branch gets way too much crap. There's a lot of people that hate on Long Branch, but I think if you can get it at a decent price, like sub $40, I probably wouldn't pay over 40, but if you can get it under $40, I think it's absolutely worth a buy.
You kill it with the $30 theme you going with, man. That's what I want. I want $30, $40 range. That's the sweet spot. But usually the best tasting spot is around the 50. I say the 50, 60, $70 range be like when it's like perfect. But there's so many great $30 ranges, like, and even cheaper. Like everyone bottled and bonk. I mean, messed up, man. It's hard. Dude, for the price that it's swinging at, it's more. It's way. If it said $60 a bottle at the same size, I would still pay for it. That's how good it is. I wouldn't be mad, man.
Uh-oh, I look like a ghost or something. Anyway, So Charles, we got a statement here from Woods. I have a bottle of Alberta Premium Cast Strength. I like the first 3 sips. After that, starts to taste like mouthwash.
Yeah, I responded. I said, I understood. For the price, I think it's great. We do not all have the same taste buds or palates. So I can understand this thing. I also wonder, I didn't write that in the chat, but I was thinking about it. Do all batches taste the same? Like, how good is the consistency of it? Because sometimes you get something like Eagle Rare is good with that. You get Eagle Rare, like, man, this is one of the best ever. Then you get one, you're like, ugh. So it's like the quality, the consistency of the distilling is not always the same. Like, I like consistency. And like, everybody get Elijah Craig barrel proofs, and every single one tastes different. So even though it's the same, supposed to be somewhat the same, but it's not always the same. You know?
Yeah,
I'm still here, by the way, folks. I'm letting my camera reset.
We understand you're hiding your unbelievable beauty. We understand.
Eagle Rare.
Continue.
One last bottle we had was the best I ever had of Eagle Rare.
Yeah.
And I had like 4 bottles before that one.
Yeah, so sometimes the Eagle Rare, like if it's really good, they mark. You see how much the price will hop up, and then when it's not so good, you can get it for $30 and be cool with it. So yeah, I think it like that. So I don't ever just like I will revisit. Like sometimes we revisit old bottles, and then sometimes you buy another one to see if it's gonna be different, and it happens like that. So like I'm not fast to cancel something out if somebody, because you hear like they switch the bottle to switch something. If this one tastes good or that. And Sean did a video recently about what was it he did? It was 2 of them, and was it a bottle of them? I can't think what it is, but he did. But he was saying the old one versus the new one. He recently did a video about it, man.
1910.
Yeah, 1904. Foresters. Yeah. So yeah, I can remember now when he said it, and it's like that, you know. And you just taste the difference sometimes because you don't know what they're doing.
I noticed that even with food. Like sometimes you get a Big Mac or go to Carl's Jr., you get the burger. Yeah. It had the same somewhat taste, but one of them just be like, whoa,
different in and out. Yeah. They're supposed to be the same, but they don't all taste the same. But exactly. But that's one thing. You know what? I'm gonna make a joke. Coors and Bud Light. Every Bud Light always say the same. Their consistency. Like
I've had some good, like a Bud Light. The one time it's like fresh or something.
Yeah, like, but they never. It never varies. Like you can get even with IPAs or I see with whiskey. Like I don't know. I got to think about it. I don't know, man. I like to drink too much. That's my problem, man.
So as you said, Charles, I'm gonna hide my beauty for a second, but I'm gonna read some chat while I do it. I'm hoping my camera will figure out what life is about and start being a camera again. But until then, we're going to be black screen for just a few seconds, folks. So don't leave us. I'm still here. I promise. So Wood says, absolutely. I really do like it, talking about Alberta Premium Cast Strength. I just can't drink too much of it before the mint starts to build up more than I care for. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
And then on Long Branch, AZ says, has a hint of barbecue Lay's chips. Killer. Yeah, I agree with that too. Like it has like this barbecued meat, like smoked meat kind of quality for sure. I agree with that. Yeah,
this is good.
There's some interesting flavors in the Long Branch that I don't think you find in a lot of really good kind of budget. Nope, camera's just gonna suck. Okay, I'm sorry, folks. I don't know what's going on with the camera. Like you can focus on. Look at that. You can see how dry my skin is because it's wintertime. See that? We can get that. We can get that really good. We can see my whiteness. See how white I am.
I tucked it right back in. I had a joke. He said, how dry my skin is. I said, do you need some moisturizer? In my head, I was thinking.
There we go. Hey, we got you focused. Good job. You're being a camera again. My camera has finally re-identified itself as a camera. Let's see. Never brought Long Branch because of its low ABV. So it's good if you want something that's easy to sip on. So
I want to interject. I do understand people want a high ABV, but I care more about the taste than the ABV. I want it to taste great. And it's for some reason, it seems that the higher the ABV, usually the better the taste. But if I can find something that had like it was just 80 proof and it tastes great, I would drink it all the time. So some people. Like the barrel proofs are killing. Like this is a dream for me right now. You guys don't understand how happy I am. I want to dance. I want to start doing the Carlton. That's how good the stuff I'm drinking right now is. Man, I can't even tell you my favorite is anymore. I was larceny. I said, but man, every single glass I've drank since we got there has been the best I've ever had. Like every time I'm in heaven. Like my gosh, this is what love feels like. This is what. I understand how people can become just like bourbon like fanatics because some of this stuff is so good. Like
yeah.
I get it.
And then sometimes I think sometimes what makes it good is you have good stuff. And then every now and then you get that one and whoa, it blows that all that.
And I even want to
was like
at this moment, this is self-control. I want to even open the seagrass to just put it compare, even if it's rye, to see how it fits in. I'm just be quiet, man. We got some winners. You guys don't know. Fuck, you won. You won the lottery with this.
the best.
All right.
So AZ says when it hits summer again, it will be Larceny, Bullet, and Long Branch. For me, it's more like a mood thing. So like if I have like a long day where I'm like burnt out, just super tired, like I may not want to tackle like a barrel proof. So I may want something a little easier, just something to relax with. And that's when I reach for like the Long Branch. Because like Charles was saying, still a lot of good flavors. I mean, like a very nice complexity for a lower proof bourbon, but still awesome. I mean, I love the smoky, even though that was McConaughey's kind of take on that, adding the mesquite flavor to that. I love that in the Long Branch.
Might be
Good stuff.
Might be. It's on you.
What we got going? We talking food again?
No, we're talking whiskey.
Okay.
The great gray label.
Pull the trigger. It's on you though. I think he really would hold out for that blue run. That's what stops him. He wants the blue run so bad.
Oh, okay.
It's a 15-year barrel bourbon, but it's $200.
And that's something I learned today at Total Wine. I didn't never know that they was like, we got like stuff that's not on display, that if you don't even ask about it, you wouldn't even know they had it. You're like, yeah, we got it in the back. It's in our private car. I'm like, how would I know you have it?
What's funny is they sent me they're holding a what's that called that we hate? We don't like that much. What is that? I can't think of it. I must be buzzed.
Blanton's?
Yeah. They hold the Blanton's.
I know. Like Blanton's,
they hold the Blanton's at the one you went to for me.
Okay.
I didn't even think about it.
Blanton's. Yeah, I didn't even know. I'm good. How much will it take a holding? How much for the price? $50?
$50.
That's a good price. You should talk. Like,
I should just start practicing gang sign in front of the camera since my camera.
I'm not gonna do that. The only gang sign I thought was one I should know. That's Saeed. I'm not doing it right.
You gotta get it like this.
Yeah, I do that. Live long and prosper.
That's Vulcan. Yeah.
As he said use the Vulcan.
That can be used for other things too.
I can throw gang signs out. I'm not going to do that.
West Side isn't really a gang sign, though, right?
Yeah, but it is a gang sign. I'm as close as I'm going to throw it. Even though I know some gang signs, I'm not going to throw them up.
That's Pyru, right? And then,
I know some gang signs, and I'm not throwing them up. That's all I'm saying.
Because you live in that area where
I do know them, and I can really throw them up. But then I do that, then somebody will be offended, and it's going to be on. Look what this dude did. I'm never, even though I know them, because we grew up, and where we grew up, you're gonna learn them because everybody gonna be doing it.
Well, I know grown men that is
still game banging,
mid 40s,
still game banging.
They're Crips, but they don't put the CK in when they put the word back.
Yeah, they're past that age, but they still Crip, but they don't do that.
Put like BACC. They don't put.
I got you. Yeah.
Oh, so they're still doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, they still do.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna get deep into that. That's the part of my life I try and I'm not trying to relive it, but I used to hang out with some boys like that. There was like this. I mean, he was pushing 40. He was like, he was my age now. He was 39, 38, and he was still trying to live that life. I mean, he was still hanging with us back then when we were in our 20s, and and the dude had wife and kids, and he's still trying to. Gangbanging life. I'm like, man, you need to go home. Like, he's trying to party with us and the girls and slanging stuff and and trying to make deals with us. And it's like 4 a.m. and he's got work in the morning. Like, man, you need to go home. like this is not the life for you. I mean, he was an all right dude. It's just, I think for some people, like maturity never takes over, and so they just keep living that fantasy life.
That's me. I'm the most immature person on the planet Earth.
Yeah, but I think certain things gotta die though, like the gangbanging stuff. at 40, 50 years old.
I'm about to start game making for Nintendo.
That's right.
There you go, baby. I'm from Legend of Zelda, baby. Legend of Zelda, baby. I got the Hyrule sword. What you want to do, homie? I put in work for Hyrule. Ganon on mine. What's up? You don't want none of this.
We got a Z. A Z is hard to make with your fingers. It's hard to make a Z with your fingers.
Punk butt. I mean, I'll make a Z.
What was the funny,
Zelda?
What was the funny don't drink your abuse in the hood? It was the older dude, and he was like, I'm their leader, mama.
Yeah. My name is Little Link, bro. My name is Little Link, homie. I'm Little Link. That's my big homie, Big Link. You know? From the gang of Zelda. What y'all want to do with this, man? Nintendo on mine. Neighborhood, Nintendo.
How would you rate it? Huh? You know what it says. You know what it says.
I don't know nothing about none of that, man.
Yeah, you do. I know you see the big homies throwing it up.
Yeah, they ain't come. I'm from Nintendo land. We don't know nothing about all the gang sides. We ain't from Nintendo. There you go. Hey, you're Big Gannon?
Yeah.
Big Gannon, you hang with Big Octorok, man? Big Tech and levers too.
Like, so you could just flip the left side upside down and you got Mario, right?
There you go.
Mario.
Yeah, what you know about that bourbon though, homie?
Anyway, yeah, let's get back to whiskey. We're getting sidetracked.
I'm from Virgin Oak gang, homie. Non-charged. Where are you from?
Hey, so I like, actually, let's do that real quick. So chat, whoever's still with us. So I like to get to know people's actual names instead of our handles. So I'm Sean, for anyone that doesn't know. I'm not Whiskey Wars. That's not my name. Definitely not my given name at birth. The man beside me here is Charles. His name is not Fun with Whiskey. So Cohen, still live in the woods, hanging AZ. I feel like we've gone through this, and my memory is probably just terrible because of alcohol. So throw up your real names if you feel comfortable doing that. And because we like to get to know you on a more personal level. You know, you're our drinking buddies, like we said earlier. So James Morgan, I have a feeling that's your actual name. So I feel like I don't need to ask. But if it's not your real name, and for some reason you chose that as a handle, then, tell us your real name. But anyway, I mean, it's a very specific, like, fake name, but if you chose that, then that's cool too. AZ says he loves the Lefroy Pete. Let's see. What else did I miss here? I get Wild Turkey 101 for about 16. Yeah, you just keep rubbing that in, AZ. I wish I could get it for 16. I get it for like 25. I live in the state it's made in. What's that?
Oh, you said you live in the state it's made in. You pay more than us. Cali's like $20-something. It's cheap, man.
That's how we do. They said about when you get seafood, it's close. The closer you get to the water, the more expensive it is.
Yeah. Templar says, if I go bottle and bond on Patreon, will help buy a new camera. Yes, actually. I mean, if you're really willing to do that, right now I'm saving up all my Patreon money, and I haven't spent any of it, and I'm also saving on my own as well. I want to get new cameras across the board. I want to get a new streaming camera. I want to get a new recording camera for my reviews. I want to get a better mic. I'm saving for lots of stuff to improve things. So yes, if you guys are willing to support the Patreon, I very much appreciate it. And none of the money is being spent on anything except for the channel until we get some better gear going on. Just some background, guys. So I started this channel really in a place where I shouldn't have been starting a whiskey channel. And I'll get back to chat here in just a second. But there was no reason for me to start buying bottles of whiskey every week. But I just decided, hey, I'm already buying whiskey pretty often. So let's just do a YouTube channel. So I started doing it. But I mean, my budget basically dictates that most of my budget goes to buying whiskey for reviews. So there's not a whole lot left over for saving up for gear, because that's the thing, is that like a decent camera these days is about $700, and then a decent streaming camera. And there goes this camera again. Thank you, camera. Appreciate you crapping out. And to be fair, that could be my internet as well, because Kentucky's internet here recently has been really bad because of all the ice storms and stuff. But anyway, back to what we're talking about. And then a good streaming camera is like another 300-ish. So you're talking like $1,000 for a good setup. Now, I don't know what Charles is running, and I'm not going to pinpoint him down here. And but in any case, and then a good mic, you're talking about another 100. So you're talking like 1,100-ish for, and that's, you know, a budget-ish setup. I mean, there's guys that are running $4,000 cameras. I'm not quite about that life, but anyway, whole point is we are saving up. I promise you guys, I don't want to have this quality of video the rest of the time I'm doing this thing. So I am trying to improve. I realize it could get better, so don't think I'm not aware. I do want to improve things for you guys. So anyway, that was my rant. Charles, if you want to say something, I'm going to look through chat.
I could say something, but it's just going. I understand. For me, I guess it's discipline. Because I'm by no means rich. I am not, but my budget is.
$350.
No, I mean my budget is like, you know better than most people. I just do too much. Like I share some stuff with you. Like maybe I buy this video game rig or a TV. That's, you know, I spend money not just on the content, you know. But one day, if maybe my money was coming in like that, then maybe I would change. But man, you know, I just want to have fun. That's it. So whatever it takes to have the most fun and have people entertained is what I want. That's all I can say. Whenever I can see Sean's hand in my face, just trying to fix his camera, I appreciate it. I don't know. I'm really a tech guy. I get so deep into tech, and a lot of people don't understand. It depends on what type of network you got to set up. So if you don't have like enough signal, it's going to always affect your thing. So I always say the first thing people should do is upgrade their internet to try to get to the highest you can pay for internet in your area, and then try to have the best modem and router. And if you have to do a mesh system to make a better network, it's cool. Then it'll change the way that you interact. Cameras and mics can change, but you don't really need super expensive stuff to put out content that is entertaining. Now, when you want, some people like the production of it, which is great. I just say keep it as simple as possible until it becomes so financially beneficial that you can invest into your production. Don't do it without a return. So I'm not getting too economic or financial. I can really go there, but I'm not. Like Sean, you put out great videos already. To me, I think for the streaming, it was me. The first thing I'll tell you was just, I don't know what internet service you have, whatever is the highest internet service, and I say change your modem and your router, and then set up like a mesh system that can expand your wireless network, and you need to go. Then you can slowly, like, first thing I would do is it doesn't matter what type of mic you use. Like you can get a decent mic depending on how good, because you don't sound bad for just like a travel mic for under $200, and then you can step up to the $500 mic later and then do cameras. And I'm a tech guy, I don't even do all that, but I understand it.
So let me tell you guys about my current setup, because I bet you guys would be surprised about how meager the setup is. So right now, my setup is a 5-year-old phone. That's my camera because my other camera died.
Oh.
And then my mic is a $25 treble mic.
It's good.
But hey, it's working.
You look good. I tell you, your problem to me, if I would assess it it'd be your internet. You would have to pay whatever, the higher speed internet, and then a better network for you like in your house. Like, so you get what I'm saying? And that's most people's problem is it's not their cameras, their internet. That's why it slows down, because the signal's not great enough. That's what I would say. Because you're already entertaining enough. You're good, man. I think you shouldn't upgrade everything when you start running in $200,000 a year because you're great at whiskey wars. Then I understand. But when you start upgrading the equipment, but the Patreon's up first.
I mean, so I guess my thing is that I'm really self-critical, and I can see that my camera is already starting to fade out. Come on, camera, you can do it. I have faith.
I'll tell you about me. I don't give a rat's butts. I don't care at all. I don't. If anybody watches enough of UFC, I don't care. B care way more than me. I just want to sit and talk to people and laugh and scratch my butt at the same time. That's all I want to do. Drink some whiskey and be like, man, this is some good stuff right here. You need to drink this barrel proof. You need to drink this or don't drink it. That's all I think. You want me to compare some stuff for you? I will.
But I may talk to my internet provider and see what we can do, because I've been really unhappy. I've been really unhappy with, especially with the last couple of streams. Like, I feel like our earlier streams were doing better. It's the same camera. So
I ask you a question. Do you own your own modem and router, or are you renting it from your internet provider? No,
I do not.
You don't own your own?
No.
You don't? Then the first thing you need to do is buy. Who's your internet provider? Is it like, do they let you bring your own stuff? Because some internet providers don't let you bring your own stuff. You got to use their equipment. If you can buy your own equipment, you're going to save money, and it's going to be way better. You step into the AXE type of network, and you need to. That's the first thing people should do. I tell everybody, use AT&T or whoever you use. Switch. Well, and get the fastest you can get.
I mean, I haven't talked to my internet. I don't want to have a long conversation about that on here, but I haven't talked to my internet provider about whether or not I can use my own modem. But you have to remember, Charles, one thing is for sure, and that is I live in a tiny little town in Kentucky. So we're not. Hey, there we go. Charles is swirling.
Look at the bourbon.
Look at the swirl.
Drink it.
Focus on the swirl.
Put bourbon on your lips.
So real quick, so Woods' real name is Larry. Good to meet you officially, my brother. Appreciate it. Thank you for being a regular on here. I mean, honestly, thank you, Woods. James Morgan says, Jimmy to my mates. Fair enough. Like it. So we got Larry, Jimmy, Sean. Now that one I remember. I go by JR. Okay. For legal reasons. Right. Because of the, what was this up here? Something about the yeah, there we go. 3rd Street White Boys. That's it. The 3rd Street White Boys gang that AZ is in. That's why he has to go by Junior. Okay, so Junior, that's good. We all have the Sean spellings. Yeah, so I am the SEAN, just for the record. But I respect the other spellings of Sean, although I feel like they're lesser versions of Sean, but that's okay. Diamatron, we still love you. Jesus Hitler. Okay, let me highlight that, because why not? Jesus Hitler is my actual real name. I kind of doubt that, but go in. And you know what? Tell you what, I will call you Jesus Hitler until the day you never show up in a stream again. I like it. Anyway, one of my blends, Malort. No. More. Anyway, whatever that thing is. I don't know any of those things you just put out, but loads on fruit and honey. Okay. James is a solid name. My brother is James. Okay. There you go. We'll go with that. Yeah. Blurs out the innocent. I wish I were innocent. That'd be good. Charles, your camera was much better until my comment on Charles' camera. Do you have a camera on Patreon too? Yeah.
Honestly, okay.
I feel like Charles has hit the nail on the head, and that is, it's my internet service. So I think that's probably the big problem.
Yeah. Because I just said, I'm good. It's the internet, and I do not have the location, so the stream can be jumbled. It's like, it depends where you're at. Like, sometimes you're at different places where it's all the same. It's not the camera, it's the internet signal, and depending on what network you is, like where we're at right here is AT&T, and AT&T is not as powerful as other service providers. So it's the internet service provider. That's why it looks jumbled sometimes.
Yep, for sure.
Well, it depends, you know.
I don't eat much sugar. Hey, well, that's good. Right now with this COVID thing going around. So real fact, then we'll get off it. COVID feeds on sugar. If your glucosamine levels are high, you're much more likely to have severe COVID reaction or symptoms. That's probably the better word. Anyway, moving on. I do have monkey shoulder at my local Kroger for like $30. If you
That's a
like
good price.
if you like Speyside scotches, then I think it's decent. I'm not a big fan of Speyside scotches, but man, I just cannot stop coughing from breathing in that whiskey earlier. But if you like Speyside scotches, I think that monkey shoulder is fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's absolutely a decent pour for $30, if that's the flavor profile that you like. I once bought a bottle of Glenmorangie. I know I spelled it wrong. I knew what you meant. You probably spelled it phonetically, which they do not. Monkey shoulder is pretty good. Very malty for a blend, probably because it is a blend malt. There you go. Exactly. Okay, so you're talking about your blend there. I'm good. It's the internet. Yep, exactly. That. Yeah. I think I'm going to look seriously. I'm going to look into that. See if I can get that taken care of this week. See if we can bump up our internet services. It's not that much
Internet
more.
changes everything. Trust me. Me and B had this discussion a lot. I understand because we all it becomes not as tedious. You got to call people, you got to change whatever things you got, and then sometimes there's other people involved. So other people involved, it's not as easy. But if you can make it simple, do it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, because I mean, when I did the research on this camera, and granted, it is a budget streaming camera, but from everything I've read, it's a pretty good budget camera. So I think it's probably the service provider that is the issue. Because go ahead.
It's so funny because I can look at StreamYards, I look crystal clear. But if I go to YouTube, I can see how jumbled I look. So I can see how it all depends on the internet where you're at and how it is receiving. It could be on this end, it could be on his end, and that's something you can control. But the only thing you can do is change. You want to have as fast a speed as possible. So I can assume it's on our end at this time, but I could be totally wrong. You know what I mean? So
Well, I mean,
everything is up to speed.
The other thing to keep in mind is we are doing this across the country, so we are
other factors involved.
Yeah, so I mean, we're almost as far apart as we could possibly be in the States anyway. So
I agree. Over 2,000 miles apart. So
that's it. So here's a good question though. So Cohen and guys, I appreciate you hanging with us through this kind of jumbled stream, and we're gonna try and get things worked out. This week, I'm gonna talk to my provider and see what we can do to get things better. But in the meantime, I appreciate you guys hanging with us. So Cohen asks, where are you buying whiskey in SoCal at Charles?
Yeah, I answered him. I go to a place called Cork in Long Beach. It's on Atlanta Boulevard. Take the 405 south. Get up Atlanta Boulevard. Take it north. It'll be on your right-hand side, about 2 miles going out the freeway. Because he says he lives, where do you say? Like the valley, I think. I didn't really pay attention. I got to go back and look. But he's not too far, you know. San Fernando Valley or somewhere over there, I think he said. I'm not sure. So, cause I think he went to Hollywood. K&L is in Hollywood, correct? So, yeah. I also go to, anyways, I got a lot more places than that, but I'm just using that. Total Wines and More, wherever it is, there's lots of locations. So, there's other places. The Bottle Shop is in Torrance. I just go wherever it is that I can get to easy. You know what I mean? Total. But Corks is my favorite. They got another one on Stearns. So if you take 405 South, once you get past the Long Beach Airport, it's a street, Lakewood. You get off on Lakewood, take Lakewood South. Stearns is on your left-hand side, about another 2 miles on the freeway. Sherman Oaks. He says Sherman Oaks in the valley. Sherman Oaks.
There you go. There you go.
Gilbert Arenas comes from that way. Sherman Oaks.
Oh yeah,
Sherman Oaks.
So AZ says, or I should say Junior. I gotta start saying the names so that way I remember them. So Junior says whiskey down the breathe hole for sure, man. Yeah, it's like it's not going away. Like I just keep having like this urge to cough in my chest now. Anyway, can you get Glenlivet Nadara? I'm probably saying that completely wrong. 60%. It will be a bit more. See if you can get a sample or go to the Pete Hit like a Port Charlotte 10. Just a sip to start. You will get used to it. Anyway. Oh, that's for AZ. But anyway. Okay, interesting.
Ooh.
I don't know if I've ever seen that Glenlivet, but 60%. So that would be 120.
I have no idea. All of them have been great. Like I haven't been disappointed yet. This is like heaven, man. It's great. What's this?
What are you sipping on right now?
I just had Elijah Craig. And I don't know what every single drink I have is great, so I don't even know what it was. But they're all good. I've just been going through them because they just all taste good. So I don't even know. This is Elijah Craig. This is Larceny. What was this? Is that Carol? All right. So this is Jack Daniel. That's all been good. Like I'm really impressed. I am the wrong person to ever ask Charles, what's your favorite? Because they're all my favorites. They're all my children.
You know, so that's
they're all my little habits.
You know, so I don't know if you guys saw, but I put out the.
Now I'm really picking Jack Daniel.
I put out the 5 whiskeys to not buy. Like what was it? I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and like that was like the hardest video I had to make. Like I actually crowdsourced a lot of that because there's not that many bourbons that I really hate. Like just cannot.
I got enough. I can tell you what not to buy real fast. Like don't buy the Vampire Diary one.
That's one.
I would say don't buy Charles Goodnight. Don't buy Blade and Bow.
Yeah. Okay.
I would say don't buy Blanton. Don't buy Blantons. I gotta revisit it, but I want to say don't buy Ancient Age. But since you're my drinking buddy, that was his name. He liked it, so I'm like, man, maybe I gotta taste it again. But I would say don't buy that. It's other ones I can think of. Yeah, Blade and Blow. I would say, oh no, don't buy it. You know, like a vampire. You know, get your silver, get your cross. No, don't buy it.
Garlic.
Yes. Can I tell you what I would say not to buy if I could think about it? Tell me something that's horrible we've had.
Charles, you mentioned one that I think a lot of people love that I think me and you are in agreement on, and that's Blade and Bow. Like I do not get how people are loving that bottle. Like that is a terrible bottle for like $45-50. Like I would take Wild Turkey or 100 or Evan Williams Bottle and Bond. I would take any of those over Blade and Bow any day.
I agree with you. I would not buy Blade and Bow.
Mellow Corn. I would take Mellow Corn over it. I
love Mellow Corn. I don't hate it. I mean, I love it, but I don't drink it all the time. But it's unique. It's a different flavor.
But you'd take it over Blade and Bow.
Of course, I'll take it over like a lot of stuff. You know, a lot. I would think about it. There's a lot of stuff I like though. You know, what I think what I don't like. It's not stuff I wouldn't like not to tell you not to buy. Yeah, you may be right. Like if I don't want to buy, don't mean I wouldn't buy it. It's just that I don't want to. But if I just want to drink, like I would buy Elijah Craig, the regular Elijah Craig, if I had to. I don't want to, but I wouldn't tell you not to buy it because try it. You know what I mean? But
exactly. Yeah. So when you're making a video like do not buy these, that's a whole different category. You know that's like this is not
I like that video. You're gonna make us really think. You're gonna really make me think about stuff.
Everybody who I gave Elijah that liked the original Elijah Craig.
Oh, that peanut butter one we had. That peanut butter one we had. I would never tell somebody to buy. The one we had a long time ago. With the monkeys. Was that the one that Timothy liked? Holler head. Like if it was me, I would say never buy it. I would never buy that. Like I understand people would like it. I would never buy Holler head. Never. Oh my gosh. I don't want to. Like I'm so scared to try flavored whiskey. Like I haven't had one yet. Like okay, this is great. Never. I'm scared. Like
there's not a good one.
Yeah, no, this is great.
Yeah, because they put it in
barrel
and stuff like that. But flavored,
every barrel proof I had is flavor to me because it tastes that good. I want flavors to taste like that. I would never buy that peanut butter or whatever one we had. Like, oh my God, like, dude, you just don't want whiskey. You just want some sugar stuff. Like
exactly.
What we had, I think you poured into it, make a tea. I don't know. God, you made me really want to hate.
Yeah, like that. To me, the flavored whiskeys are more like Kool-Aid than they are like a whiskey.
Yeah,
they're not even Kool-Aid. They suck.
It's like wine.
I like Kool-Aid. If it was Kool-Aid, I would like to drink it.
Well, like wine, like a lot of people I know drink Stella Rosa, but Stella Rosa is like Kool-Aid to me.
Yeah, me and B drink some beers. Me and B drink some beers. We drink some beers, and every beer I drink is great. If you had a flavored whiskey that was like a beer, then I would like it. But it's not like beer. It don't taste like a sugar bomb. It tastes like this is good.
Yeah.
We had Golden Drock, some Red Triple recently. Oh, it was great. Then we had a Tangerine IPA Stone. I thought it was great, and I had it for like a year or something. Because IPA is not supposed to taste that good. Like it's supposed to go like not good tasting, but they were like, man, I was kind of mad that I shared it with him. Like,
right?
I just making a joke with you. Like it's so good that I should have had it to myself.
So let me get to.
I'm joking, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I gave you my white chocolate Snickers. I love white chocolate Snickers. And my brain, I'm like, I'm sharing it with him. But that's my homeboy. Shit, my brain, I'm going to just keep it. Snatch it from him after his one bite. Maybe had enough. I'm joking.
Let it go.
That's how B feels. That's how I make a joke, but that's how B feels seagrass. I know you feel like that. Charles, you had your drink?
I don't want to share this.
Come back. I drink it all. We can buy another one. Here we go. I ain't mad though. I get it. Because that's what it happens, right? It happens.
All right, fellas. Let me run through some chat here real quick. So, Larry says, I don't usually do Barton, but I just poured some 1792 foolproof store pick. That sounds awesome. What do y'all have in front of you? So, what are you sipping on right now, Charles?
Hold on, let me look. I don't. This is Elijah Craig. Elijah Craig.
Okay.
Elijah Craig.
Yeah, I'm sipping on Elijah Craig barrel proof, the B521, the fresh crack. The one I still
Elijah Craig.
And it is
Elijah Craig 21.
And so this is my 7th pour of barrel proof. So I'm really feeling it. But that 1792 foolproof, have you guys had that? The 1792 foolproof?
Yeah, we have it.
Yeah, that's a good bottle. I really like that bottle. I mean, that made my. That made I think
Brian likes it more than me. I do like it. I mean, first time I had it, like if you pour something, then you don't really like it that much. And you try it again. He's like, man, it is good. So, but I don't drink it that much. Like we got so much other great things to drink that it sometimes it gets lost in the shuffle. Like if I can, okay, let's ask you this, Sean. If you had 1792 and then you had not Elijah Craig, Evan Williams, which one you pouring first? Just a drink.
Okay. So
bottle of bond.
Okay. So bottle of bond, Evan Williams, or 1792 small bag?
Foolproof.
Foolproof? Oh, foolproof easily.
So about you, B? 1792 foolproof or Evan Williams bottle of bond? Which one you drinking first?
Foolproof.
I don't know. I got to try it. So that's what I'm saying. I know I had it, but I'm saying I think I'll put Evan Williams bottle on bond. I'm in my brain at this time. I want to reach for Evan Williams bottle on bond more than I want to reach for the foolproof. And I'm not saying I didn't like it, but I'm saying that's what I'm saying. We all got different palates.
Only because you saw it.
Well, I mean, so here's my
maybe it may be true what you said.
Charles was doing like some Jedi mind tricks.
He did it to me. You didn't see it.
That's what I was doing.
He did it to me first. It was hilarious. He said it was only because you saw it. But I think about that. Like, what would I drink first? Like, if I had listen,
this
John,
is not the whiskey you're looking for.
Yeah, exactly. So if you had Seagrass, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, Jack Daniel's Rye, or a bottle of Premium, which one do you drink first? Me, I wouldn't care which one it was because they're all great. Like I wouldn't even care. I think at this moment I want Seagrass. Even right now we're drinking, and I'm looking at Brian. He's looking at me. I know he want to open it. He try not to, but
I'm not drinking it.
Okay, you're not gonna. You're gonna let it sit. We're gonna until the next time we come together.
Well, we're gonna have guests Tuesday, so.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, but I'm saying, but in my brain, I want to open Seagrass because it's that great tasting. You get what you understand what I'm saying? B, you're never
Charles
good at
can't
drinking.
wait. He needs it right now.
So what?
I said Charles can't wait. He needs it right now.
No, I don't though. But I'm saying, but that in your brain, it's like that sometimes. So I could have something that I love, like let's say we had Johnny Walker Blue Label, we had Macallan 18, and we had Elijah Craig, whatever one's the best one, and then we had the Belvini. I might want to drink the Belvini first because it's just like you give it like it's like that sometimes. And I'm not saying Belvini is better than Macallan 18, but it's like
it depends on the day. Too,
exactly. That's where I'm going with it.
Like the summer and it's hot, seagrass is that to me.
Yeah.
Like summer, hot day.
It's like you understand what I'm saying? Like I seagrass is like you want to feel the breeze on you. It just like it's when you want. It just it's man. It's like man. You put it you like Hawaii. Ha ha ha. I like it. It's like yeah.
So like for a barrel proof, like seagrass is a really refreshing, light, sweet barrel proof.
It's ridiculous.
But at the same time, even though it's lighter, it's still really excellent. Like there's still like a lot of complexity, but it doesn't drink really hot. It's not real spicy. It's just it's a relaxing barrel proof. That's
exactly. It makes you feel like you're on vacation. Like I can drink this. You know.
I think I said that in the review. Like stand on your foot, stand on your feet.
But still, now going back to Wood's question though, so 1792 full proof, completely different. But it made my whiskeys of the year last year. It was top 10 for totally different reasons. Like, so I appreciate like the dark fruits, the dark chocolates, the chocolate notes, kind of the coffee notes, like maybe sweet tobaccos that you get in the 1792. So totally different.
Go pull it. We got some. I want to sip on that. Can you please? No more is gone. Full proof. You had it. You suck.
B killed it.
I don't even know. I don't always check.
Yeah, we did little. I took little.
No, okay, whatever you believe, I accept it. I believe you. So I know him.
No, serious.
I know. Hey, yes, it is true.
So
yes, that is what happened. It is true.
Where we should kill these.
It happened.
B and Charles are having their own live stream right now. Anyway. 1792 bottle and bond. That's an excellent bottle.
1792 bottle and bond.
Yeah,
we haven't had that.
I had never even heard of it.
If you can get it, buy it. Yeah, like I'm not a big fan of standard small batch, but the bottle and bond is definitely a step above that. And I'm really I like everything from 1792 except for the small batch. The small batch, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not my favorite. Like it's fine. I'm just kind of neutral on.
I got to get another full proof, but I know I'm not the biggest fan. I know I didn't hate it. That's something we had with a store pick.
I'm at easy.
Store pick. I remember. I just haven't drank it in a while, Sean.
So AZ is JR, not Junior. That's my bad.
JR. I'll tell you how old I am. I think about Dallas.
Like from Dallas. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's how old I am.
So bottle and bond.
Wait, you said that's what you are?
Huh?
Is that you said that's what?
Well, I'm a third. I'm Charles Gilmore the third. I'm 3. I'm number 3.
Oh, okay.
Junior. Yeah.
Got you. Yeah. So you're JR then?
I'm 3 RD. 3 I'm RD.
There you go. I like that better than CG3. I like 3 RD. It sounds like you're a Star Wars character.
Yeah, RD3PO. Yeah, man. This is Elijah Craig is great. Everything I had tonight was great. I think you guys should all spend your money and go broke and just buy the best bourbon ever. And and he said beat. This is what B said. I don't know how you guys take it. He said beat the meat. That's what he said. I'm just telling you what he said. I don't know what that means. I don't know why you want to beat your meat because meat should already be tenderized. But
I don't even know what we're talking about right now.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
Well, I'm just saying that Elijah Craig is effing fantastic.
Are we talking about actual meat or the other meat?
I think he's talking about some type of steak or something, and he was.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what he's. I'm just going by what you guys are acting. I'm just
letting him go because I ain't saying nothing.
Sign language.
So
I can interpret what he said.
My question is: are we talking about like premium Angus steak or the Love Below?
If it's good, if it's good, you don't have to beat it.
Okay, I'm done with this. I heard Sean saying B trying to play innocent. B was like, this is what he said. I would translate. He was saying stuff is so good that it just makes you want to just feel the most euphoria ever. That's what he said. I'm translating. He will say I'm wrong, but he was, because I was like, man, it was great. And when he did that, he did the international. This is so great that it makes you just want to feel super great. And so I translated what he said into language you guys can understand. And now he's just playing me off because I'm silly to that I'm.
You possessed by Sean J.
He said I went totally left, but I went right. He's faking it. But yes.
Two Wongs though.
That's right. Two Wongs don't make a white, so
that was right on time. Yeah, but anyway, there's a lot you can't do proof. I don't care if it's off. Like I'm inebriated at a good level, but I'm not.
Probably.
Yeah, but I'm
probably you are.
No, but I'm feeling great. Like I'm cool. I'm like. Anyway, you can't go wrong with Elijah Craig. You can't.
That's the truth right there.
You can't. Even if you don't think it tastes like the other great Elijah Craigs of the past, it still is uniquely fantastic that you're worth it. I mean, you're worth it. That is worth it.
All right, guys.
Top locking over here.
We are pretty late in the night, so I'm going to throw out another racist joke, or potentially racist, and I want you guys to judge on your own. Now, I'm
offended before you said it, so I just want you to know. So even before you say the joke, it's inappropriate. It's inappropriate.
Actually, let me do it. Let me run through chat.
I'm gonna try to see if I can cry.
My wife says I'm being too loud.
I tell you, I'm really trying to, but I'm not.
So let me run through some chat first before I scare everybody off. So rare breed for 50 all day long. Actually, AZ, that's the one area where I beat you in price point, because here in Kentucky I can get it for 42, and I will buy that bottle all day long because rare breed is the best thing on the shelf. $42. Mellow corn for 11 kicks ass, absolutely. $11, yes, exactly. Any reviews of Fighting Cock? You know what? I had a bottle. I don't know if I ever reviewed it. So, point taken, AZ. We're gonna have to get that done because Fighting Cock is a pretty decent bottle for the price point it's at. So, that's right. That fighting cock. That just stiff fighting cock. Just anyway, let's move on.
Try it, Fighting Cock.
It's 103 proof, and it's like $15 for a 750. It's a decent bourbon. It makes a really good mixer. Like if you need a high proof mixer, that's not really high proof, but if you need a 100+ proof mixer for on the cheap, Fighting Cock is a great mixer. And plus, it's fun to say. So if you get Fighting Cock and Chicken Cock and Dickel all together, what happens?
Loud Queef bourbon.
No, don't think about that. If you get Fighting Cock and Chicken Cock, what happens?
No, and Dickel. So you get some Dickel and some Fighting Cock and some Chicken Cock, and you throw them all in a mixer. What does that make?
Oh, yeah, Andrew.
Maybe like a giant cock.
Oh man, it's hilarious.
Anyway, or a giant Dickel. It's one of those.
Fighting the chicken cock Dickel.
The fighting giant Dickel. Anyway,
fighting the Dickel.
Let's move on while we're ahead, or somebody's head. Anyway, Elijah Craig small batch is too tame for me. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you guys are still talking about Scotch. I'm kind of lost in that. I'm sorry. My brain's just kind of functioning sort of. Hey, Whiskey Knows, what is up, Marty? Thanks for joining us, buddy. Appreciate you joining late. I mean, we're pushing 12 o'clock. Thanks for jumping in, buddy. Yeah, it is a party, man. We are having a party. We've been drinking barrel proofs all night, so we are pretty lit.
It's so hilarious.
We're having a good time.
I'd be thinking we'd be on here for like 1 hour. Next thing it'd be like 5 hours. What happened?
I mean, we're pushing 2.5 right now. Yeah, but that's all right.
It's like that though. It'd be like that. You don't even realize it.
That's a good thing though.
Yeah, because I swear I don't be thinking like that.
Having fun.
I always I try to.
As long as you have whiskey, the party can continue on. So,
yes, sir.
And speaking of, I'm going to get back to this Elijah Craig barrel proof here. Man, this thing, maybe my palate's just starting to wake up after 7 pours, but this is just excellent. This Elijah Craig B521.
He said, "Don't put dickle in your mouth."
Good life advice. That's good life.
That's hilarious. That's so great. It's hilarious. Don't put dickle in your mouth. Somebody grab it. I'm about to drink some dickle. Don't put it in your mouth.
Also, folks, for those of you that don't know Marty at Whiskey Knows, check the dude out. The guy's doing great reviews, and plus, he's just a cool guy. He's a drummer. He's in the music world. I love any musician. So, and Marty just doing great reviews. Check the dude out.
Oh, man, I'm sorry. That was hilarious.
AZ asks, when Old Cuban Shoe Limited comes out, Charles will be I'm guessing that was supposed to be bourbon ambassador, brand ambassador, maybe. That's probably what it is. Yeah. Hey now, though, AZ, I'm sorry, JR. I am the official brand ambassador of Old Cuban Shoe. Okay. You may have named it, but I claimed it. So that will be the official first release. If we ever get big enough and rich enough and famous enough on this crazy channel to do a barrel pick, the first barrel pick will be named Old Cuban Shoe. And all of y'all, that's right. It'll be the tastiest, worst named whiskey to ever be on the shelf. Although it will never be on the shelf. It'll be on my own personal shelf until I sell it.
I'm making a joke. I'm not Cuban, but I'm going to be offended by all the Cubans because we only have new shoes now.
or maybe we should, based on my terrible jokes that have been told.
We have new shoes. We don't have old shoes. You have old shoes. Maybe you say new shoes, our shoes are old. Somebody gonna get offended no matter what you say. No matter what you say.
Maybe instead of Old Cuban Shoe, we'll have Old Cuban Shoe and Two Wongs Don't Make a White. Will be the two first.
I'm gonna make it like he said. I'm gonna make a shit called Old Antarctic Shoe. And somebody's gonna get offended. I'm from Antarctica. Nobody lived there. Just to get offended. You know what I mean? Nobody lives in Antarctica. I'm from Antarctica. I'm offended. People get offended by everything. It's just hilarious. Think about what the logic. It may not be a funny joke, but if you think about what I'm saying, I'm from Mars. I'm offended. You're from Earth, but I'm a Martian. I you where you want to be.
You heard smoke a fag, right?
That's a cigarette.
Yeah, but I remember somebody going in the 80s, and my family member was, and that's where they went to, and they was like, "What? This was weird."
It's a cigarette. I get it.
I get it all the time.
I get it. Yeah, that's it means to be happy. A game means to be happy.
Yeah, I heard that from Flintstones.
Yeah, everybody get offended by everything, man. So
JR said that steak politics can get violent. I don't even know what that means, but I like that as a statement. Also, I'm glad to see that some of you folks know Marty. Glad to see you guys supporting him. Good dude. Savory is what James Morgan says, or Jimmy. I don't know what we're talking about, but let's just keep rolling. Barrel proof. Okay, I almost read that wrong, so I had to think about it. Barrel proofed in the Dongan. Yeah, for sure. Don't fight the cock. That's right. That's a good. If there's any ladies out there that are watching this in the rewind, whatever the thing is called, don't fight the cock. That's a good life lesson. From our man Charles here. My wife is giving me dirty looks for that comment, but don't fight the cock. That's what fighting cock and shaking cock should put on their label. Don't fight the cock.
I agree.
Love it and let it in.
Tell the missus we say hello. She's fantastic.
She's still recovering, and she's still as ornery as ever. But I love her.
Man, this has been great, man. I've had a blast.
She's shaking her head at me right now. I just down the 1792 move on to Bell Mead 108. Much better by my. Okay, so Larry did not care for the 1792 full proof. Fair enough. That's all right. I like the darker tones. It's a lot of like to me anyway. It's like dried fruits, like dried darker fruits, like plums, raisins, maybe some dates in there, something like that.
B said apricot.
Apricot is not dark, is it?
No, it's usually citrus.
It's lighter, yeah. Is that
great.
what you're sipping on, B?
No, I don't even know what he's sipping on. You done?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'm good too. Like I want to keep drinking, but I don't want to keep drinking because keep drinking. I only imagine.
You know when you get to that point, and like in the night where you're starting to get that weird kind of metallic taste in your mouth, where it feels like hints of vomit.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, it's been a long time for me, but I do understand. Me, I
don't mean like you're actually going to vomit. It's just like your body's telling you if you keep going, this is where we're headed.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, we're about to go down this trip.
Look, you see, I'm doing this. My glasses are empty. I'm still trying to pour. Drop it out. Look how good this has been, and I'm telling myself, after this, I'm done, and I'm in my. That's how you know I'm not young. I'm mature, because even though I want to, I can tell myself no. Yeah, I've been going like, but this is cool. Like right now, I'm great. Like we haven't went overboard. This is no crazy stuff. It's like little pours. It's cool. I feel real great.
I said workout.
I could do like 200, 300 push-ups tonight. I'm with it.
There you go.
I like that. I like doing.
So let's get into some steak politics here. Larry has brought up some steak politics. So marinated versus natural. What are your thoughts, fellas? Do we marinate our steak or do we keep it natural? How's it going on?
Natural.
I'm a natural guy.
So just like salt, pepper, and that's it, or just nothing.
That's pretty much what I do. I eat steak almost every day. This is the truth. This is the truth. My birthday was the 26th of January, just passed. And this is the longest I've ever been not eating steaks every day because somebody made me some lasagna, which is my favorite, and I've been eating it up. Other than that, I eat steak every day. I'm more of a carnivore, and I throw vegetables in just every now and then. But yeah, this is the most I've been off of just eating straight steaks every day since whatever. What's today's date? I don't know. Birthday was Wednesday, so it's someday is the 29th. So 3 days I haven't like this is like maybe so yeah because I got it on my birthday. So yeah, it's 3 days. 7th or 8th or 9th. 24 days is the longest I ever not eaten steak. But when I eat steak, it's just salt and whatever seasoning I want to put on there, pepper and lemon or whatever I want to. I switch it up. So it's like garlic, Yeah, I love steak.
So now my personal preference is I like to salt my steak, let it sit for a while, let the salt absorb into the steak, and then I add my seasoning, except for black pepper. That waits. So whatever other seasoning, maybe garlic or onion powder or whatever else. Maybe a little Leon Perrins if I'm going that route.
Let me ask you a question. How often do you I eat steak? Let's say for at least 2 years. Every day I ate a steak for 2 years, every single day, for at least 2 years. Every day. You know me. For 2 years straight, since before the situation happened, I ate steak every day for 2 years. So when you start eating it, cooking it every day, you become pretty great at it. So
I would imagine.
Yeah, every day. I'm talking about this is the longest I've ever been not eating a steak, and this has been in 2 years, and it's been 4 days. I haven't cooked the steak. Like I ate chicken because I don't want to waste the chicken I had. But normally I eat steak, and I got some lasagna left. No, I'm using it because you were talking about how you.
Sorry to interrupt your comments there, Charles, but I love the reasoning. You ate chicken because you didn't want to waste it. It's not because you wanted to eat it. You just ate it because you didn't want to waste it.
Yeah, seriously.
It was like, well, I got this chicken I got to eat, so I better eat it. But I would rather have steak.
I had no choice. What happened was I asked B, did he want the chicken? And he was like, nah, he didn't want the chicken. So then I had to eat it. I did ask you first, didn't I?
Yeah.
And he said, I talked about something about the chicken.
I didn't want to get it.
Well, I didn't mind because I was like, I haven't had chicken in some time. I would have gave it to you if you said you wanted.
I had chicken in a while too.
Yeah, but you could have came and got it. So we fighting over some chicken he could have got, but he was fighting the chicken cop.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
That's
what
all
it
we
was.
can do. But you didn't want the chicken. You said,
And ladies, again, don't fight the cock in your mouth.
yeah, exactly. Don't fight the chicken if you want the cock. Come get it. So anyway, I got sidetracked because I'm
I
already feeling
feel
great.
like that's not what the thing was. What was the thing?
Anyway, the point I'm trying to make.
Don't put dickle in your mouth. No, that wasn't the. We've gotten way sidetracked. We're going sideways.
I make chicken a lot of times, and a lot of people talk about letting like the salt sit, but you don't got to let it sit for like more than 20, 30 minutes. I let it sit for days to see if it's gonna taste different, and it don't taste that much better. What do you think, B?
What I do is I put pepper on the steak, then I put the salt after it's cooked.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
So I cut it. Let's say if I'm cutting a steak, like a New York strip.
You put salt after it's cooked. I like to cook
Yeah.
it with it. I haven't ever did that before. I'm gonna try it to see what tastes better. But I usually let the salt and the stuff 30 minutes. I've let it sit for days to see like a quote unquote marinade. You know, it tastes not that much better. It's not like no difference. Because I like the first I like the original taste of the steak. So the salt just brings out the flavor a little bit, but I don't need too much. Just a little bit.
So
That's good.
If we want to get scientific, and I'm going to try and do this to the best of my ability in my inebriated state. So because steak is a muscle,
Yes.
it will absorb salt because
Yes.
there's still veins, basically.
Yes.
So it will absorb the salt, whereas other things, it doesn't get absorbed as readily. So there's no reason to do it ahead of time. But yeah, Charles is like salivating and like pimping out his steak over here. But so that's why I like to salt my steak just maybe 30 to 40 minutes ahead of time, and then season whatever your seasoning is just right before you throw it on the grill.
Good, Anakin, good.
And then I like high heat. I like to do it Pittsburgh style. I like a nice char, raw in the middle.
Let the dark side flow through you.
That's it. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't want to skip this comment. I know we're getting off the steak subject, but
come to the dark side.
But Fidel says my wife is recovering from knee surgery replacement. I understand. Love my wife. So first off, I hope your wife recovers quickly and safely, and everything goes well.
Something would be unnatural.
And Charles is still on the steak thing, so we're gonna move on.
I was you in the kitchen. I said somebody would be unnatural. I was doing Palpatine, but it was
I got you. And then Smoke Wagon Uncut Unfiltered is very good for 60. Yeah, at 60 for sure. I do not love the 1792 small batch either. Kind of, yeah, agree with that. Tame, sure.
What'd you say? Joe Rogan drinks some whiskey? What'd you say?
I said, why is there
since 2015? So
you don't drink whiskey enough.
I always like to revisit. Okay, so that's an older bottle then, Larry. So I'm not sure where you're at in the bottle, but I would imagine it's some error has affected that. That's 3 years ish old now. Anyway, so mine was a 2021 release, and who's to say if that makes a difference? But 100 proof or die. Okay, I mean maybe. I do have the Smoke Wagon on my radar. So I saw a post on Facebook today. Someone paid, or so I should say, someone was asking $159.99 for Smoke Wagon small batch. Do not do that. I don't care how much you like MGP. Don't do that. That's way too. I like the prices I'm seeing these Smoke Wagons go for is insane to me because it's MGP stuff, and there's a lot of it out there right now. So do not overpay for Smoke Wagon. It's not worth it. It's not good enough to spend crazy money on it. I was also disappointed by 1792 small batch was under proof, but thought it was pretty tasty for what it was. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, lots of fruit notes. I agree with that. Like banana, kind of some darker fruits. I guess what I don't like about it is the sour oak notes, and it's a little bit too much black pepper. But I mean, it's fine. It's just that of the stuff in that price range, it's not my favorite. What are your thoughts, Charles? So 1792 small batch is in the $25-$30 range out this way. where would you place that in that kind of range for you?
I think it's upper range. It's for the price. It's really good for the price.
Okay, there you go. So that's why we're all different, right there.
For the price, seeing the price. Well, you don't agree?
I think I would put Old Forester 100 above it. I think I would take Evan Williams.
I agree with it, but I'm saying, but for the price, you said 20, 30. What do I think about it for the price? For the price, I think it's worth it. You don't think it's worth the price?
No, it's just like when I think
it's not my favorite at all. I don't even care for the 1792 like that. But for the price, yeah.
No, okay. I want to be clear. So maybe I didn't state it clearly enough because, alcohol. But I'm not saying it's bad. It's just that for me, when I think about what else is available in that similar price point or possibly less, I think there's better options.
Okay. I would not recommend it. I would rather get Evan Williams. I would never say go buy. B will tell you, you go back, we had a review. I'm not a big 1792 fan. That's why I was ready to revisit the full proof because I don't like it like you guys do. I'm never going to tell somebody to get 1792. I'm never going to say it's horrible. If you try it, that's what I would say. But I'd rather get Evan Williams.
Yep.
So, but for the price, yes, it's fair. I mean, I wouldn't say, "Ooh, go out to get it." Yeah, say, sometimes I'm sidetracked. I'm doing more than one thing. But if you ask me, would I tell somebody to go get it? I say, if you want to try it, just like if somebody said, "Hey, I just want to buy the regular Elijah Craig. Should I buy it?" I'd be like, "If you want it, do you recommend it?" No, but I don't hate it. What I'm going to tell you. You better off getting
I love
corn.
We're completely changing. We're going back to steak here, but I love the logic of this post here. So Cam Newton owns a steakhouse and cigar lounge in Atlanta, and he's a vegan. if that's a real thing, that's
called making money. It's called capitalism. It makes sense to me.
Hey. Yeah, no, I mean I get it. It's just that's funny to me.
I tell people all type of stuff they want to hear me say. I just be quiet.
No, I mean, like
I say, man.
Here's
there's a lot of stuff I would never tell you people to buy. Don't buy this. Don't buy that. I don't know what your budget is. $30. You can't go wrong with Evan Williams. There you go. You can get Knob Creek stuff. You can't go wrong with that. You can get $30. Eagle Rare. You can't really go too wrong with that. You can get. The one you talking about. I'm gonna try that. What'd you say? Oh yeah.
Don't mind me.
Brian asked me some stuff about you want to drink this tonight. I'm thinking about it. But anyway, yeah. I mean, just if I would eat, like some people like monkey shoulder, some people don't. Depends what you like. So $30, you're in that same range. You can get what do they call it? Buffalo Trace, $30 around that price. I mean, there's so many good cheap stuff. So why would I ever tell you to get 1792 when I don't think it's that great like that? I don't think it's horrible, but is it what you like?
So just off the top of my head, things I would rather have other than 1792 small batch. Old Forester 100, Cooper's Craft 100.
Try that. Cooper.
Wild Turkey 100. Evan Williams Bottle and Bond. I would probably take Very Old Barton 100 over. It's close. Like
continue.
But then also I would for sure take Woodford. Like that's in kind of the same price range.
Reserve. Yeah, I agree with that. I like Reserve.
I would probably take Mellow Corn just because it's kind of a different experience. I would probably take that over 1792. First, did I say Wild Turkey 101? If I haven't already,
you did. The 100. You said Wild Turkey 100, but we knew what you meant.
Yeah.
So I have a question. So what would be your first $30 bottle? If you could buy anything with a $30 bottle, what would you? My first right now for $30 without even having to think about it, just because it's easy to get and I'm gonna get the most for my money would be Evan Williams Bottle in the Bond. What would be yours?
Oh, that's like a sub $20 bottle. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I'm saying if I spend $30 for the big one, $30, I'm gonna get that because it's the most I'm gonna get, and I'm gonna drink for a long time. I'm not saying the best tasting. I'm saying what would I get first? That would be it.
Yeah. So like if that's a video I've been thinking about. So like if you're brand new to whiskey and you've never tried anything, let's say, or maybe you've had one or two, like what do you buy? And I think Evan Williams Bottle and Bond is top of the list. I mean, because
I think Wild Turkey would be the best tasting that you can get those for. The Wild Turkey 101 would be the best you can get for the most for that price.
Yeah, I mean, so I mean, what I meant by the Evan Williams bottle and bond is like it's the quantity.
Yes, so the amount you get.
Yeah, because like you said, I mean, around here you can get Evan Williams bottle and bond, the 1.75 for like $27, $28. I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, when you think about the quality of the product you're getting, because here, for the same amount of Wild Turkey, you're looking at more like 42, 43. So not quite twice the price, but I mean, $15 more, something like that. And certainly Wild Turkey is a better product, but you are paying more. Diamatron, the other Sean, was saying that we have him in the mood for steaks. So here we go. Kobe versus Wagyu steaks. Where my personal take is Wagyu. What is your take?
What you be?
I never had Wagyu, but I had Kobe, and it was okay.
I was thinking the same thing. I just figured a regular ass ribeye.
But I do want to try Wagyu though. I heard that was amazing.
I say with a regular ribeye that's step 4. It goes to the Amazon scales, and I'm good. So I don't know. Whatever tastes the best.
So
Amazon, Whole Foods make the best steaks.
So the thing about Wagyu is there's like tier levels, because there's different levels of Wagyu, so it's not all the same. But so I had
Wagyu 5 tier.
So I can't remember the proper names, but it's a something 7. You guys that are sober or more sober than I am would probably know what that means. But essentially it just means that there's more fat within the muscle tissue. So it's very, very tender. I was lucky enough to get this steak through a buddy of mine, and by far the most amazing steak. I mean, it's like meat butter.
So Wagyu?
What's that?
Wagyu, we gotta try it.
I mean, it's incredibly expensive. So, you know, it's like the same thing with like the whiskey world. So, you know, when you think about the price point compared to the quality, I don't know that the price point is really equal to the quality you're getting. You know, just like a $500 bottle is not really worth $500. It's probably just slightly better than a $100 bottle. You know, so I don't know that I would do that personally, but a buddy of mine gave me this, you know, as kind of a private kind of thing. And so, but I wouldn't spend that money myself. So that's kind of where I'm at. It's excellent, but it doesn't meet the price point. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, so she's doing great. Okay, good to hear. Thank you. Yeah, exactly that. Never pay more than retail for Smoke Wagon. That's exactly where I'm at on it. And it is good. I agree with Woods. It's good. I would never pay what the prices I'm seeing going on right now. Yeah, that's what it should be. Smoke Wagon small batch should be like $30, $40. It should not be $159.99. So don't pay that. You'll be very upset if you do that. MSRP. Let me see here. I'm just kind of skimming. Chat amongst yourselves. Need to buy Penelope. Okay, so here's the thing, Cohen, is it's officially been determined that we do not review Penelope on this channel. We've decided that this is not a bourbon we are going to even pretend exists, so we just move on. I see Charles. Charles is getting tired. I see the face. I see the tired face.
I'm getting tired.
It's hard for me to see a bourbon better than $50. Rare Breed is the best so far. Might splurge and Airproof. Okay, so honestly, Templar, if you can find, so these are the two I would recommend. If you can find a B521 from Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, or if you can find a C921 last year, or the C920. That's what won for me tonight. If you can find any of those, that's where I would go to barrel proof wise. I think they're worth the money if you can get them less than $80 to $90. I would not pay more than that. But I mean, if you like rare breed, that's getting really close proof wise to where the Ledge Creek barrel proofs are. So I think that you're ready for the Elijah Craigs. And I think I think flavor profile wise, that rare breed has enough similarities that you're going to appreciate it. It's not the same by any means, but there's a lot of similar darker notes, lots of spice, lots of boldness going on that I think you would like it. So, Charles is getting quiet. We gotta get him animated again.
I'm good. I'm just listening because you were talking. Like I can say all type of stuff, man.
So what are your thoughts? So if somebody's coming off a rare breed, what do you think? Like barrel proof wise, what would you suggest?
It's always dependent on their budget. What can you afford? Like I always Elijah Craig. I'm gonna say because you're never gonna go wrong with it, and it depends what they got there. Like I don't know what barrel proofs are gonna be around, and you never know. You got to search, and I don't think like barrel proofs are not easy to always spot out. Like you got to on the shelves. They don't just have a barrel proof section. You got to go through it. So I've had a lot of good barrel proofs. So I don't know what people find available, but if you can get Elijah Craig, which is usually the easiest one to get it. Knob Creek make a barrel proof, Larson make a barrel proof. So like it's like you can't not get them. You just got to be looking for them, and when you see it, get it. But it's a lot of other stuff that's strong. That's not so, like they said, Wild Turkey, big strong stuff. So I don't know. It's barrels. You get barrels, but people just seem like they don't want to. Like it's not that good. It's great. It's effing better than that. I don't know. What can I do?
I think it's the price point, honestly, because so then you're getting close to $100.
But what's the sweet spot? $50 for most people, $40.
I would say, yeah, probably. Yeah.
But it's not that many great barrel proofs in that price, other than a Wild Turkey. What else?
Yeah.
Yeah, Wild Turkey. I mean that
price.
That price is
Wild Turkey.
I mean, honestly, Wild Turkey has two. So you can get rare breed for like 45, maybe 50, maybe 40 in some places. And then you get the Russell's Reserve, which is not quite barrel proof, but it's really close. The single barrel. I mean, they're 100.
Yeah, not even.
And they're like 55, 60.
For roses, maybe close to that price.
Yeah, if you get the good, the Four Roses.
Select, whatever. Yeah. So I'm just thinking, other than that, everything else is going to be higher up in price. Like I start looking for more $50 barrel proofs. That's the next $50 barrel proofs. You don't see that many, and they got to taste good.
So the only other one I found last year, and I'm always searching, was the Doc Swinson's, which is that's an MGP sourced barrel, and I thought that was excellent. I mean, it made my top 10. I think it may have been number 10, but still, it was in there. That was my favorite MGP stuff. I think Doc Swinson's, maybe it's just the way they blend it, or I'm not sure. The thing is that the way people source stuff from MGP is always different. So they may blend it afterwards, and in some places they're getting it blended beforehand, and so, or sometimes it's not even distilled before they get it. So MGP stuff is all over the place, but I think Doc Swinson's, for me anyway, is doing the best stuff from Indiana. As far as
okay, we'll do more research. I'm gonna always say the same stuff. I just want to drink something that's good. If it's not good, I'm gonna just flush it down the toilet and give it to people.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I'm starting to get that point to wind down, man. I'm getting sleepy.
Yeah, no, I got you. I'm just gonna burn through some chat here, and then we'll wrap it up.
All right.
I can't find Wild Turkey 101 ride to save my life. Man, okay. It was everywhere a few months ago. So what's interesting is I can't find the Wild Turkey regular rye, not the 101. Like it just disappeared. It's not anywhere. And the main reason I like that is because it's a really nice, easy sipper for people that are new to whiskey. So, like, used to be when I had a full bottle of it, I would give that to people to introduce them to rye because I think it's a really nice, low proof rye. But now I'm not finding it anywhere. So, yeah, I think just across the board, distribution has been really poor this last year. What are you guys seeing out there in California? Are you seeing kind of bare shelves and empty spots?
Yeah. You get lucky when you run almost something like that. It's like you get generic stuff, but nothing that's so super special that you just want to get it. So it's the same all across the nation.
Granddad is hard to find now. At least last couple of months.
Yeah, I agree. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, just like a year and a half ago, my local Kroger had probably twice the selection that it does right now. And now there's a lot of empty spots.
I wonder why that is. The whole situation is going on because it's like, dude, stuff we used to be able to find don't even pop up. Like you used to be able to order online, the Van Winkle or the mixers or stuff like that. Now you can't find none of that stuff. Like it's getting harder and harder. It's like, really? I don't know, man.
Out there in the boats.
And then you gotta get in the car and drive. I'm lazy.
Yeah, so I drank this last week. You drank it tonight. The Larceny Barrel Proof. What do you think, Charles? Is it worth the $150 price tag?
150? Yeah, that's kind of. If you can, you know what? If it's gonna be, if you don't think you can get it again, then it would be worth it. I think it's overpriced, way overpriced. I
agree.
Yeah, it's way overpriced. 150 is way overpriced, bro.
Yeah, I think
no, it's way overpriced. If there's no more going to be got, then it's fair. But if you have patience, it's probably going to be released again at a cheaper price. It shouldn't be no 150. That's too much, bro. That's like somebody trying to get me to get Elijah Craig at 150. Nah, dude, it's like $70, $80, 90, maybe 100. Out of that, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think the most I would go on the Larceny, now specifically the B521. I did not care for the A121. But the B521, I would pay 100, and that's kind of my limit.
Yeah, I get it. I agree, and it's great. It's great. I couldn't see going that far over it. No, I couldn't. I get it. If you're rich or you don't really care and you just love it that much, then yeah, it's worth it because that's how much you feel about it. You know, I'm not knocking nobody for their own personal choice, but if the fair price is $60, why would you pay $120 for something that's $60 or $70 at the most? You know what I'm saying?
And with that said, I mean, me and Charles both like it a lot. I mean, it won for him tonight, and last week it won for me. So it's definitely an excellent whiskey. It's just I don't know how I'd pay 150 if that's the version you're seeing. If you're seeing the B521, I would maybe talk to the store owner and say, hey, I'll give you 100 for it. I would not do 150. Joseph Magnus for 79 is very good. Okay, good to know. Do finished whiskey give you a worse hangovers? What do you think? Finished whiskeys worse hangovers?
I think it's all subjective. There's more to it than just the whiskeys. What you eaten, what you done that day, what you drink. Because like you can eat probably the worst whiskey on the earth, but you worked out real good and ate good, no hangover. You drink the best whiskey and you didn't do all that, you have a hangover. So it's more, I can't predict what whiskey's gonna give you a hangover. I can't. And I think about that a lot. You can't, you know?
Yeah.
There's more categories into it.
I would say more than anything, kind of like Charles was saying, I don't think anything that, I know that a lot of people have superstitions, I guess is probably the best word for it, as to what gives you a worse hangover. The amount of alcohol you consume, that's what gives you a worse hangover. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's just science, really. So if you consume more alcohol, you're going to have a worse hangover. I mean, that's my personal take on it. So if you're hydrated,
there's more to it than that. It's, like you said, it's hydrated what you're eating because that's how it absorbs the alcohol. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So if you're hydrated, if you've ate beforehand, if your liver is healthy, if your mineral content is at the levels it should be, I mean, there's a lot of factors for sure. So, but if your body is in a place where it can handle alcohol to begin with, then you're going to have a less of a hangover to begin with. So anyway, James Morgan or Jimmy says you should sip the good stuff and bottle chug the cheaper brands. Okay, fair enough. Wines give me horrible headaches from tannins or something. Just wondering. I would say in that case, so that's totally different. So then you're dealing with sugars because wines have sugars. See, that's the great thing about whiskeys is there's no sugars in whiskey because there's no carbohydrates. So that's a totally different subject. Because even a finished whiskey cannot have carbohydrates in it because it's distilled. So carbohydrates cannot make it past the distillation process. So just fun fact. So there's no carbohydrates in any whiskey because there can't be, just because of science.
Science. Right.
Why? Because of science.
That's right. Science. Right.
Yeah.
Let me run through some chat here. Finished. I guess it could be the finished with flavor. Yeah. Sugar is bad when drinking. Indeed. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Yeah. Drink water for sure. Lots of. What is that word? My brain is not. Charles, you want to give it a go? Lots of.
Where? Congeners is what causes a lot of hangovers. Congeners.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sulfites.
Look it up. Congener.
Yeah, I mean.
Congener.
Potentially,
okay.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, so
a minor chemical component to it, especially when it gives a distinct character to a wine or liquor, or is responsible for some other physical effect. So I got it. In the alcohol beverage industry, congeners are substances other than the desired type of alcohol, ethanol, produced during fermentation. These substances include small amounts of chemicals such as methanol, other alcohols, acetone, whatever word I can't say, esters, tannins, and aldehydes. So it says that's the stuff. It's impurities that are affecting your system. I get it. I've heard it before.
Now, the level of sulfites in wine vary from wine to wine, but that's a good question. That I don't know. I don't know if sulfites make it through the distillation process. AC.
Get you.
So okay. Good question. I'm not going to Google right this second. There we go. Homework for the next stream, folks. Do sulfites make it through the distillation process? Get back to us next week.
Interesting.
Honestly, I feel like me and Charles are both kind of winding down here. The whiskey is certainly working. We're both kind of winding down. So I think we will wrap it up, guys. Thank you, everybody. AZ, which is JR. Fidelis, real quick before we sign off, did I catch your real name?
Right.
If you don't mind sharing, Templar, if you don't mind sharing your real name, so we can get to know each other. Cohen, also, if you shared your real name and I missed it, buddy, if you could just throw that in the chat. So, Larry, still live in the woods. Jimmy, other Sean, JR, appreciate all you guys, and of course, obviously, Templar as well, and Cohen. Thank you, everybody that showed up. And I know we had Commandante earlier. I mean, really, I'm going to speak for both of us, but I'm sure Charles agrees. We appreciate all of our regulars. I mean, thank you guys so much for coming out every week and supporting us and just hanging with us. I mean, I think that you guys put it best earlier. Yeah, you are our drinking buddies. We appreciate the community so much. So thank you guys. What's this we got here? Whiskey is aged in X wine cask and not this. True. Yes. But so my question though, which I will research, and we're gonna get back to this. Do sulfites make it through the distilling process? That's what I'm interested in. I don't know chemically how that works. Good Times Brothers whiskey, yes. Cheers, Whiskey Wars and Charles. Yes, thank you guys. All right, guys. Well, we are going to sign off. Thank you so much. Honestly, we appreciate all of it. And guys, if you can sign up to, I don't really care either one. If you sign up to my Patreon, Charles' Patreon, if you find a reason to support either of us monetarily, we appreciate it so much. So if you have it to give, don't hurt yourself financially. We don't want you to do that. But if you have it, we appreciate it very much. And like I said, I'm going to repeat it again at the end of the stream here. So on my channel, if we get to 15 Patreons, I'm going to do a giveaway of samples to just randomly. One of the 15 Patreons will get free samples from me, three free samples. And then again, March Madness, when we get to that, whoever picks the correct final four, my dog is barking over me, so that's great. Whoever picks the correct final four in our whiskey brackets of best bourbons under $40, you will also get free samples from me. And if there's multiple correct picks, then we'll do like a tiebreaker. We'll figure it out. So, folks, thank you so much. Thank you, Charles, for showing up here. Thank you, B. I appreciate all of you guys, and we will see you next week. Thank you, guys.
All right, people. Peace out. Have a great one, everyone. Much respect to you all.
Good night.
All right.